Oh, let's see what Sunday's got. Let's see what he's got. It's his first one. Get excited. Boom.
In this video, I'm going to tell you a story about a man. It's a story that has been replicated over and over and over in government, in show business, in business boardrooms, restaurant franchises. This time, it's about a man with a small social media empire on YouTube. A man who uses his clout and his fame to lure mentally and financially vulnerable women from his end. No one, no matter how disgusted they are, will dare about make a man, or as he's known online, Destiny, is a highly successful political streamer and content creator who has garnered infamy not just for public outbursts and controversial political positions, but also for an impressive number of public threats, sexual scandals, and even outright criminal actions. This for an impressive number of public threats, sexual scandals,
Is this it says Destiny exposes all of Melina's lies with proof. I'm leaking the real truth. Is this a sex scandal? I don't understand.
And even outright criminal actions. This recently culminated on November 29th of 2024, when an anonymous Discord and Kiwi Farms user going by the name Solo Leaks published a large repository of private messages and pornographic images and videos of Destiny with various men and women to Discord and Kiwi Farms, recordings that Destiny had shared to strangers without the consent of the people in them. It's important to note.
Okay, yes. In that case, if this is the whole of it, that person did federal revenge crime. That is the revenge crime or revenge porn. Destiny, depending on each individual share, how that worked, is going to be most likely a civil action. Depending on, I didn't see the non-consensual sharing in Friday in the thing. Maybe I'm a little bit off, but
this is not the first time that Destiny has been the subject of a large sexual scandal involving non-consensually leaked intimate material. All the way back in 2012, Destiny was...
That's not leaked. That's traded. Right? It's given. The leak implies you are intentionally trying to spread it out. Like a leak, leak spread, blip, 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 spreads. That's what a leak is. You're trying to spread it like that. This is like he's giving it to people with the assumption still that in that area, it's just between them. Like they're not supposed to be sharing it out loud or past each other. This is just the reveal. No response from Destiny. All right, we're checking out. What the fuck? Oh, I got to turn off those things disappearing.
Destiny was caught up in a scandal involving a competitive StarCraft 2 player called Blue T, who had tweeted out a photo of his genitals. This was in retaliation for Destiny previously leaking nude images of her to his friends on Skype, wherein he laughed at how, quote-unquote...
That is a leak. That is correct. That is what a leak is. So that's... But if it happened before, like, 2018 or something like that, then it wasn't actually against the law, although it was disgusting, right? And it's good that we have those laws here now.
Fucking hideous her face was compared to her, quote-unquote, beautiful body. In 2021, Destiny had a romantic entanglement with a YouTube streamer named Anna Voir. Anna would go on to become known for insisting, often tearfully, that she was actually in a long-term romantic relationship with Destiny, which Destiny denied. Painting...
Yeah, I heard some of the fallout from this, and this sounds fucked up. This is one of the really, really weird ones. I couldn't keep all these people apart at first, and I thought it was the same woman, because I was, like, shocked, that it was, like, multiple people. So I was like, who's, like, Lav, Anna? Same person, right? Lav, Anna, Melina... And I think I'm missing like one or two additional ones because it was like all the fuck over the place, right? And yeah, that grimy. The thing I saw with the Lav, because people were like, no, he like beat this Lav chick. That was the first one where I was like, this is suspicious because it was him being mean to this lady, right? In some sort of call. I can't remember the entirety of it, but it was like somebody was playing fucking like one of those Minecraft jumping games, but instead of Minecraft, it was something else. And I'm like, why are you guys all being like, this is a crazy to be ganging up on somebody's ex like this, right? You just have to treat somebody that you've had sex with like different, and you have to be nicer to them. You really just have to be like, you can't be fucked up to people that you've had sex with. Not really. Like, in certain crazy circumstances, maybe, but generally you'll just come off like an asshole. Like at best, you're bad at picking women. Like if you had like one crazy ex, okay, but if you have like, if you have a series of women in your life that are like more attractive than you and like have some sort of like deleterious mental effect that like lets you prey on them, that's probably indicative of some sort of fucked up behavior. This is another one of those things with the fucking rape review guys over there. And it was like, you know, you can't groom an adult. And it's like, you only think of grooming as in like children, but there's a reason you say children, because you can groom anybody. And if you are, it might not be illegal, but it's definitely like, you know, people will start giving you the side eye if you are actively trying to like fucking, you know, brain scramble like mentally ill people in order to basically drag them into like sex cult behavior. If you are constantly being like manipulative to people, or you're promising them stuff and like you're ginning them up and getting them all fucking excited, love bombing, doing like cult tactics and shit to mentally unwell people in order to essentially just fuck them, that is grooming adults. That's what grooming is. You're grooming adults in order to be compliant with your sexual wishes in a way that if other sane adults were watching you do it, they would probably get in your way. Like if you saw some girl having a fucking like a breakdown, she's like a really unwell chick, and this guy was like doing all this kind of crazy stuff to her at a bar, and like what, dude, are you okay? Can you fucking leave that? Like, why are you fucking getting in this woman's like fucking brain in front of all of these people and trying to like fucking like brainwash this chick? Like, why are you so fucking weird? If it's that kind of behavior and you have to be like secretive about it, it's probably indicative of the fact that you're fucking weird. This is what I was starting to see. Apparently everybody knows about it behind the scenes and nobody wanted to talk about it out loud. This is me watching public videos on Destiny's channel about him. I'm like, this is fucking weird. I don't know any of these people behind the scenes. It's just like, it's kind of crazy that there's all these blue chips out here. There's all of these people have fucked him just consensually, just people with people in his industry that are essentially his peers and coworkers are just fucking him for the love of the game. Really? There's no quid pro quo. I guess everybody fucking knew about it behind the scenes.
Her as crazy to his audience. It was later revealed that in fact, while Destiny was insisting to his audience that Anna was insane, he was actually sexting her the entire time and referring to her with terms such as princess in their conversations. Anna threatened to post these sexually charged texts
what
to
did that
prove
say?
her with terms such as princess.
Oh, you're at TwitchCon. Are you allowed to go in and be with Melina, or did they not let you in because you're banned? No, just hanging out with people and going to parties. Oh, them Twitch parties have a bad rep. Damn, guess I should have gone to TwitchCon after all. Haha. Oh my god, sneaking off to a room with you, Smiley. You didn't say the princess thing here. Was that in this one before?
His audience that Anna was insane. He was actually sexting.
3 days later, on November 25th, 2020, Destiny finally replied to Anna's ongoing DM saying, Anna, I don't think we're going to resolve this one. 3 weeks later, they were sexting again. Oh, CC Mr. Girl. Okay, this is a mrgirl.substack.com. All right, that was underneath my play bar. I didn't realize. Okay.
His audience. It was later revealed that in fact, while Destiny was insisting to his audience that Anna was insane, he was actually sexting her the entire time and referring to her with terms.
This still is not sufficient. What is the proof here? This is an insufficient quotation. I know I can probably follow it back here, but I don't know who's saying this and where are we getting it? How do I know this? This is a statement from somebody else that they haven't. I just need a little bit more juice in that.
Terms such as princess.
This is not qualified. I guess this is just any DM you get a fucking copy of over there. It's raw. He doesn't have to credit that.
In their conversations, Anna threatened to post these sexually charged texts to prove that she wasn't crazy.
Then, okay, does this happen in here? Are we gonna play this?
And that this was all actually taking place. And in retaliation, Destiny threatened in public to leak her nude photos if she did so.
Like if you and I
Okay, there we go.
had like sexted or something or traded nudes and you were like, I'm gonna leak your nudes, and I go, fuck you, if you leak my nudes, I'm gonna leak your nudes. Is that like blackmail or is that like abusive? I disagree.
So do you think that leaking sexting and leaking nudes is proportional, or do you think it's a proportional response in the way that you're reacting to them?
I think it's about proportional. Or if you're leaking like sexual material and shit from another person. Yeah, fuck it, I think it's proportional.
Destiny has also at least
Yeah, that's wrong. Destiny is like, oh, wait, like a year younger than me. He's too old to be acting like a fucking teenager. If you're a teenager and you're like, this seems reasonable, it's because you're a child. All right, this is a guy with a fucking business license, and he's already passed his first divorce of maybe one more before he dies. You can't act like this, okay? Like, I know, like, kids on the internet, this is the thing where people are like, you know, this person's audience or that person's audience. And I'm like, I don't care. They're children on the fucking internet. I don't fucking care. I don't care at all, like, about how they feel or what they think, because they're teenagers. They're like little in their brains and stuff. You know what I mean? That is not okay. You can't. That's like saying that, I'm going to murder somebody back. I mean, you can say that, but like, it's not actually, just to answer the question, it is not a legally acceptable act of. It's not a legally acceptable act. You just can't do that. That's not what you can do to get remedy for that shortcoming. Go and talk to the fucking authorities. Like, honestly, if you think that somebody's going to leak your nudes and they're threatening to do that, just fucking sue them. I know you're like, what? Only the lawyer? No, like, literally, just fucking say like, hey, okay, I get it, or just warn them like, dude, if you do that, I am going to press charges against you, and I'll take you to court. Like, I'll just legitimately, yeah, seriously, like, if somebody finds my nudes, I don't have any. For obvious reasons, I've never taken nude pictures of myself, put them online, because it's a stupid thing to do. But if I had some like that, and someone's like, I'm gonna do this, and I'll release it for X whatever, that's blackmail. First off, she is also engaged in blackmail. This is the kind of issue I think that's probably gonna come up with this. If she said, if you don't do something, I'm going to leak your nudes, that is blackmail. That's a threat. That's actually extortion. That's an extortive threat. That's a crime. It is a crime. I'm going to commit a crime against you if you don't do something. Is a crime. That's bad. Destiny also was bad here. These people are both acting poorly. Yes, Destiny's behavior is bad. His audience is probably going to say also, this is you're not giving due credence to the fact that people were being mean to him. I know that that's going to be the fucking response. I don't know how far it's going to go. But that is going to be the response.
At least once admitted to accidentally sending homemade videos of him and his wife to people who his wife did not in advance approve of, in accordance with a previous agreement that he wouldn't.
Me and Lena had a conversation about, there were a few girls we talked to, was like, oh cool, like we should record videos of like us fucking shit and send it to people, like it's fun. I kind of like have like my little archive of like Coomer material that I'll send to people if I want to. There were girls.
Whoa, what did that say? What did that say?
I kind of like have like my little archive of like Coomer material that I'll send to people if I want to.
DGG foot soldiers? Is this on his thing, or is this a clip from him, or did you add that? Is he sending it to the DGG foot soldiers? I don't know what that flash means. I don't know if that's part of this or not.
There were girls that I talked to past that I'd sent stuff of like either me or Melina, and Melina talked to me and she was like, hey, if you're gonna send any videos to new girls that we haven't talked about, like let me know that first, because she wanted to be careful.
That must be a watermark for whoever clipped this. Okay.
So I was like, oh, okay, sure, that's fine. I didn't think about it at the time because I didn't think it mattered. But for the first thing, like, okay, yeah, I should have like checked 100% with Lena, but like this.
Other examples of threats.
Okay, so I don't know. Yeah, you would have to run that out. I would have to see what the hell he said with his wife. I think that's grimy as fuck behavior. That's like nasty as shit. That's all bad. That's all bad. I don't like sending a goon folder to people. That's just fucking nasty. It's all fucking gut reactions with me at this point, because what a disgusting way to be. What a fucking nasty thing to do. Just excited, like, hey, I'm gonna send this guy or girl or whoever just this gigantic fucking folder of nudes, and having that like at hand is just crazy. So I tell people, like, dude, if you have money, if you have any sense of type of money, you should go and have like long conversations with your lawyer after you have established stuff. I would have said this to Linus, anyone, and just be like, hey, I do things and I want to run things by you and just make sure that they're above board. I like to fuck people that are in my industry because they're good looking people, because they're on camera and they take care of themselves and maybe they work out and stuff. When I do that, I like to send them a gigantic folder of semi-curated pornography of myself and possibly other people. Like, is that okay? They go, no. I think there's probably some argument of him just not understanding it, probably, that they bring up. I think he's fucking cooked. A little bit cooked here. For sharing this stuff. Definitely civil issues. I mean, if I was his wife, I would turn him inside out. I hope he gets fucking raped. I just want to be as cautious as possible because I want the fucking explosion from this to like literally just annihilate entirely. You know what I'm saying? Leave no stone unturned.
Since sexual misconduct made by Destiny are plentiful, but the general point is this. Destiny has a very bad history when it comes to sharing intimate material of people that he is sexually involved with without
Is this
their
just like
consent,
the one from last? Yeah, this is the Sam Hyde thing.
and of using the threat of their release to
Wait, what the hell? What? Did that? What's going on here? Is it nothing? What is this? Why is this clip here?
made by Destiny are plentiful, but the general point is this. Destiny has a very bad history when it comes to sharing intimate material of people that he is sexually involved with without their consent, and of using the
Okay, I don't like that video being put in. I don't know what. I don't have that. I don't have that explained. So like, what is that? Did that video justify that standpoint? I know it's kind of related, I guess, out, but I think you didn't AI edit this together, did you? And it's just automatically filling in spaces with clips. I hope that's not the case. Tisk tisk. But if you're going to put something up, it should be evidentiary. Otherwise, it feels like you're just throwing up a clip that justifies the statement, but then it's not related because he's talking to P.F. Young about Sam Hyde and the Sam Hyde Dear Elon video at that point. I don't know if at that point in the video was he saying that he was going to send revenge porn to you know what I mean? Like what where's the connection there?
threat of their release to keep people in line. If this brings a certain Diddy to mind, you are not alone. Like
Diddy has led relentless campaign to blackmail witnesses from jail. ccpeople.com. That's not. Okay.
with Diddy, when people speak out about Destiny's misconduct, the responses vary from silence to dismissal.
Who is this person? Let's finally talk about Destiny misogynist, cheater, and rape apologist. Brittany Simon, 68K.
To outright threats of exposing their intimate information and media.
Nuke me, bro. You have nothing. Destiny responds with receipts.
Unlike with Diddy, these aren't just allegations. We have the receipts. In 2023,
Okay.
Destiny's wife Melina
Wait. No. These aren't just allegations. These are just you're not the court, man. These are still just allegations. You don't have the ability to fucking send somebody to jail. You can't be the judge, jury, and prosecutor. you goofy. I don't think that the Diddy relentless blackmail campaign from jail is just allegations either. I would have to see that. It's Puff Daddy, and it's in jail, so he's either calling people or sending jail letters, neither of which are privileged communications once you're in prison. They get to look at everything, so they're probably just looking at that. Or his legal team might be engaging in a little of the old high crimes issues. But no, that's crazy. Yeah, also, really, and I know this is like you're a white guy from Canada thing. Puff Daddy was a RICO level criminal. Like he's one of the worst. He may be one of the worst people to have ever existed. Puff Daddy is like on video engaging, I think, at this point in like crimes against children. Right? He roped in some of the biggest people in Hollywood, and it was an industry secret for years. I know that's kind of what you're getting at, but I mean like decades, right? Puff Daddy probably had people murdered. He had control of billions, I think. He's over $1 billion. He was a billionaire with connection to other billionaires and basically was like the guy that was in charge of shit. And he would actively bring people to parties to fuck them and stuff. This is not... You did not do a better investigation into Puff Daddy, I'm just going to tell you right now, than the fucking Federal Bureau of Investigation or into Destiny, than the Federal Bureau of Investigation did into Puff Daddy. You are not literally able legally to get the kind of information that they have on him. You should read the entire indictment. It's fucking psychotic.
publicly separated from him. In response, Destiny went on stream and indicated multiple times that he was confident that Melina would not leak any unsavory details about the relationship to the public because he too had compromising information on her and logs that would seriously harm Melina's reputation if they were revealed. Whereas, since his reputation around relationships was already so low, he would be effectively immune to the consequences.
Why do you think that she isn't going to leak or talk shit? Melina will not leak or talk shit about any of this because she knows that everything about this makes her look like a f***ing satanic demon. She knows that. She's threatened it a million times, like, I'm going to start leaking everything. Oh, yeah, let's go. Okay, if you really want to, holy, because my reputation is already zero in regards to our relationship. Everything's I'm a horrible piece of shit. We want to start leaking shit. We can do it.
Fast forward to November 2024. Due to the solo leaks, it has come to light.
I think this is like I don't know. That's not a receipt. Okay, so if you look at the like Puff Daddy indictment, it's like multiple witness statements describing stuff. You know, you have like the actual video of him beating his fucking lady in that hotel. He knocks her unconscious and drags her around and stuff. You have a federal asset seizure at his house where they they got guns and drugs and like the 10 million things a baby. That's receipts. That's evidence. That's indictable. Destiny saying that he would do a thing in reaction to a thing only is valuable if the other thing had happened. I mean, we might get there. I'm only a quarter in.
Destiny has been sharing intimate private messages, nude images, and pornographic videos with a 19-year-old OnlyFans creator called Rose, who he was sexually interested in at the time. Rose leaked these to a Discord and Kiwi Farms user called Solo Leaks, who may, for all we know, be Rose herself, who then published them to Discord and to Kiwi Farms. These leaks included intimate romantic and sexual DMs between Destiny and Lauren Southern, who Destiny had long denied being romantic.
So that's not the leak. It's the exchange. That's an exchange. He exchanged. You know, there's a difference there. He exchanged that kind of stuff. He gave it. That's not a leak. He gave it to that individual. I'm going to assume, because there's no evidence to the contrary, with the understanding that individual would not then give everything to Kiwi Farms. Stupid as fuck on his part. I mean, yeah, he's an idiot, but that's negligence, not intent, which is what leak is. The Rose person leaked it. That's a leak. They intentionally and with malicious forethought did a thing in order to cause the harm. That's that level of culpability difference there. So we got to get Stevie Steve up to that level.
Being romantically involved with, while she became increasingly present in his public personal life and on stream, despite being publicly at odds with each other politically on the surface. Destiny even once described her activism as involving, quote-unquote, drowning refugees. These DMs revealed that, in fact, Destiny and Lauren Southern had been mutually declaring their love and admiration for each other, including expressing intentions to separate from their respective partners to marry each other. All of this was happening behind the scenes, despite Destiny publicly claiming to his audience that he and Lauren were not involved, and while he was publicly accusing his wife Melina of lying and of being controlling privately when she would express displeasure about the relationship and when she requested that Destiny stop associating with Southern. In addition,
okay, you got to take this. This is divorce. I don't give a fuck. I don't care at all. What is that? He's two-timing Destiny? All right, I don't give a shit. He was being mean to his wife. Yeah, they did divorce. That probably came up in the divorce court. None of that is illegal, unless I missed something there.
In addition to these leaks, which not only severely compromised Lauren Southern's career and personal life, but also established that Destiny was lying when he accused his wife of being delusional and controlling about the affair, Solo Leaks also published a massive dump of revenge pornography, which featured various sexual encounters with numerous men and women that Destiny had recorded and sent to Rose as part of their flirtations, which incidentally include references to how he recorded other people not included in the dump, including a recording of a sexual encounter with someone he met on the gay dating app Grindr with no mention of having alerted this person to the fact that they were being recorded. Note, it is a felony to record sex acts without consent in the state.
True.
This person to the fact that they were being recorded.
I recorded the audio, but it's not that great. LOL. Still fun. Yeah, I mean, it's not. This is not a smoking gun. It's definitely indicative of the fact that it happened. But if he doesn't have to tell whoever this individual is that, like, the entire situation. It also might be a fake video. You know, you gotta prove that the video was recorded without the guy's consent. Unless he says, "I did it. I intentionally. It should say, I recorded the audio." It's like, great. If he just asked the guy and like the guy was like, "Okay, yeah, but just don't film me, but you can record the noise so that you don't see my face," then it's fine. Like, it's not. That the crime has to be, if in this statement has to say, "I recorded this guy without him knowing." There's no way. Like, I secretly did it. He doesn't know I have a recording of him sucking my dick. Something like that. Like, you know, just how you record stuff, Sunday. Same thing.
Note, it is a felony to record sex acts without consent in the state of Florida. To recap.
But We did not prove that that happened.
Other people started and sent to Rose as part of their flirtations.
So like he says a bunch of these things. I don't know if there's like an assistant docs, but we did not actually prove that
on the gay dating app.
Pretty Okie, so I'll just read this. The thing that's evidence for this, April 4th, 2023. Pretty Okies, Mel is okay. Mel is out tonight with her sister doing stuff, so I went downstairs and sucked off some guy from Grindr. Smiley face. Oh look, he did. This is fucking. This is what my thumbnails look like when this is what the thumbnail will look like when they make one on me. I recorded the audio, but it's not that great. LOL, but still fun. That is not an indicator of a crime. That is a statement that a guy made. You have to connect this to a video and then also prove that he recorded it without telling the guy. I need, that's what all of it has to be. That's what the whole receipt is. Saying like I did a thing doesn't actually mean you did something, right? Like you already called the guy a liar. In the same thing, we're going to say Destiny's a liar, but also we're going to take him on face value that this thing that he's talking about with somebody did legitimately happen. This 100% happened. He's a liar, but not when he says something that I agree with. This legitimately happened. And then also we're adding to this. I recorded the audio, but okay, he didn't indicate in this that he like got consent from the guy. Why would he? First off. Second off, also we're cut out of context, blah, 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 blah. We're not linked out. It's just a single little bit of a snippet, blah, 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 blah. Not a smoking gun. This is, we're reading a lot into a single text here. This is just not as good as you think it is. It's just not as good. You got to do better. You want to take me out someday, you better come harder than this. I'll tell you that much. Fuck.
Dating app Grindr with no mention of having alerted this person to the fact that they were being recorded. Note.
But what? Yeah, why would it be in there? So like, do you see? Like that's slimy. This is already sus. This is gonna fuck you up. If you don't have additional evidence on top of this that confirms that point, you've libeled Destiny here. You have to prove that recording exists. First off, that specific recording in that statement has to exist. You don't have that recording. You shouldn't have it, first off, because then you're trafficking in revenge porn. So you shouldn't have that. This is the issue. If you don't have that recording, you don't have Destiny saying actively, I recorded this person without their permission, right? It has to exist, and you have to know that recording exists at all. You can't say, well, he's got other recordings. What about this one? Like, no, it has to exist at all. And then you have to confirm that he got it, which is going to take you finding the guy he recorded. Or Destiny's going to have to admit specifically, like, yeah, I got that without recording. You got to have these things just right next to each other. Like if it's like happened back in the past, like happened like 5 minutes ago in the video, and then we're forward. Like I'm on the other side of like several clips, at least one or two video clips that had nothing to do with what was going on. Unless in that PF Chung video that's played silently, he did the thing that you said was happening during that video, which whatever. And then you have just a random picture of him. Okay, yeah, I know what Destiny looks like. He's the main character here, and so we get here and. We don't get it. I want more. I want more. You got the start of it, but I need the rest of it.
Note: it is a felony to record sex acts without consent in the state of Florida.
Okay, but it's also a thing to falsely accuse people of a crime if you don't have evidence. It's not what you know; it's what you can prove.
Destiny, who has a long history of threatening associates, friends, and family with public humiliation and exposure through releasing revenge pornography and intimate messages, actually did leak a tremendous quantity of compromising, sexually humiliating messages, images, and videos featuring other people to at least one person without their consent. These were then publicly leaked, and the reaction has been total silence.
Yeah, because this is that's you're putting it together. That's you. You're saying okay, we can do this online, but this isn't like actually. This is why these confusion's coming up. This is why I keep hearing different things about this. What we're saying is Destiny has said he would do a thing in certain circumstances to certain people using certain information. Because of like literally is like I will if you do this thing, I will do the thing back to you. Ba 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 ba. with Pixie, it was she's rightfully distressed and fucked up. That was bad. But he had, for a completely different set of reasons than the ones given of why he would engage in revenge pornography, it's because he's a gooner. He sent his gooner folder with illicit fucking pictures of people and unacceptable. It's disgusting, and he shouldn't have done it, and he's definitely civilly liable for it. He sent that to them. But you're trying to say that because he said he would do it to harm people before, you're implying that he's doing it maliciously now in order to cause harm specifically, which is why you're using the word leak over and over again. If this is your move, you might be really overplaying the fuck out of your cards here, because you're going to have to prove malicious intent for the moment of the thing that happened. Having it back in the past, yeah, they can open you up to certain stuff. But if you're saying he was doing it maliciously now, I need to see him doing it maliciously for a malicious reason. And you're wasting time with this stupid fucking intro and all your little goddamn House of Cards fucking I'm House MD shit. I just want the facts, Jack. Remember how it was hard to watch my video and you didn't do it, so you just made shit up about it? You know what I got? I want that level of density. All of the information.
Nothing. Historically, Destiny has always been boldly willing to threaten leaking private intimate material, such as during his separation from his wife, or to expose nude images to retaliate against women he was slandering, like Anna, or even just for the sheer pleasure of it, as in the case of Blue Tea mentioned earlier, where the only purpose was revenge. This time, however, somehow...
But he threatened to do that, but he didn't. So, okay, we can ignore that. So he said he would do something some other time, and then didn't. So he's full of hot air, empty threats. Like, is that what we're saying? It's empty threats. And now down the line, I don't think we should ignore the fact that he didn't do these things before, but he said he would do, and then he didn't do it because the situations that he outlined specifically each time, those things didn't happen. And then in a different case where the specific situations didn't happen, and then we didn't do but we should just assume that he's doing it for the reasons given before. Like, this is, you're drumming shit up. You're making things up again.
Somehow, there is nothing. Not by Destiny, nor by anybody else. No streams, no video exposés, no tweets by any notable figures denouncing what is an obvious massive breach in ethics and consent. Nothing. Which begs the question, why?
Because I don't want to look into it. First off, here's one of the biggest things. I don't know what the fuck's going on, and I don't look into it because you can't look that stuff up to confirm it. One of the biggest issues here, and the reasons that people are not talking about this, is because it's kind of like with what you're doing right now. You don't have the capability or the even understanding of what to do in order to investigate this shit, because you literally cannot legally perceive the necessary materials. You can't take them and then judge the veracity of them. That's why there's specific cutouts literally written into the laws to say who can and can't have the materials in question. The thing that definitely happened was that those things got leaked. The person that leaked them specifically is that individual on Discord, which, I mean, did Destiny specifically say 100%? I don't know if I saw that here, that he gave it to that individual and then they leaked it. It just says that individual said that Destiny sent it to them and they leaked it. So I might have missed that one. So if that's not the case, we'll just assume that Destiny sent that person that stuff and then they leaked it. They are still the one that did a legitimately illegal thing, right? And they did the worst possible one. That should be reported to the police because that is revenge porn against Destiny. One of the biggest reasons is Destiny got his porn. He got revenge porn. Destiny, this is the thing that I said was going to happen, is happening. Destiny is a victim here. He is. They are also all victims. He is also culpable, probably civilly, for the other things, right? But like this is why law hard. Law hard. You would have to take people into depositions. This is where you have a cop sit people down and go through an interrogation to know specifically everything that happened, right? All the way the fuck down. The problem is that person shared those nudes. Most of the story were about, the people did cover this. They talked about it all the time. The story was Destiny was sucking dick. He was sucking Nick Fuentes' cock, which I'm not going to look at that. That's very funny. And yeah, he got revenge porn. Not my business. I don't like Destiny that much. He's a multimillionaire and he can do whatever the fuck he wants. If Destiny didn't pursue charges in that case, then that's kind of the biggest thing that happened. That's what people were talking about in the moment. That's what was going on. You can't do that much of an expose because there's so much information you can't know. Literally, you can't legally have the information. You have to find out. You have to look up who the person is on Discord and find their real fucking name. They have to go to jail. They have to go get arrested by the police. Whoever the person is, that your favorite person in this, by the way, that dropped the shit on Kiwi Farms, has got to be arrested for revenge porn against Destiny, and then also all of the other people who were probably mocked for fucking Destiny on Kiwi Farms. You're going to have to press for that. You're going to have to sue them. They're going to have to go to jail. They're going to have to talk about specifically under oath where the hell they got it, how the hell they got it, why they have it, bada bada boom. After that, you can bring Destiny in. But Destiny, even though he's a fucking moron in this situation, was not intentionally leaking stuff to cause harm, and you haven't proven it yet. But you're suggesting that he's doing this to cause harm specifically, but I haven't seen that evidence. You just lead with that. That's all I fucking just lead with. Destiny wanted to fucking destroy Pixie. He wanted her dead. He wanted her fucking to go gooble gobble crazy and lose her fucking mind, so he shared her porn. That's the revenge porn. The voyeurism thing, I fucking think he probably did it. You can't find that. You need people to be arrested unless he legitimately said out loud. He said. Otherwise, it's an accusation. It's hearsay. Still actionable. Go to the cops. Unless Destiny admitted, literally, I actively record people in secret because I like doing it. I recorded a bunch of people in compromising positions in secret, prurient interest, the whole shit and shebang. It follows to Florida code. Then he's done it. It's voyeurism. Okay, cool. He just, for some reason, admitted it. That's the closest you can get. Without that witness statement from him, the fucking, confession, sorry, not witness statement. Without that confession, you don't have anything because you can't find it. That's why you can't find that fucking information. You can raise concerns about it. You should. Just say, however you want to fucking do it. But you can't prove it. You have no ability to. You're not a fucking officer of the court. You're not even fucking American. You're some guy. You're some guy on the fucking internet. No one even knows if that's actually Nick Fuentes or not. I think Nick Fuentes said he investigated the thing. At the time, I said, even if it's not true, it is just because it's fucking funny. Just talking shit, right? Oh, God, a crazy thing happened. I still don't fucking have that video. I've never seen it. I had to avoid Twitter that entire day and fucking to get the fuck away from that shit. But I need evidence. Literally. I did it to do it. You know what I mean?
Why is everyone being so silent about something that by all rights should be a massive sex and abuse scandal about one of online politics' biggest and most controversial figures? As I said at the beginning of this video, this is not just a story about a man, but about power and how power works. And it's not a story that is new. At the center of the scandal is a concerted effort by Destiny's friends, associates, and community.
Okay, hold up. This is bad journalism. You're fucking up. Oh, you are fucking up so bad. Okay, don't do this. No, don't do this. I don't know who this is on Piers Morgan Uncensored. Once we have not established, because you're talking outside of your group, once we have established that Destiny, we're going to say it's a concerted effort by people he knows and everyone that you show on screen is going to be implicated as possibly part of whatever you're about to say. So if you just, I don't know if you just added people via or random clips because it seems like you just put clips in to waste time. These seem like clips for clips' sake. Hey, what about you during Helldivers? Yeah, I did clips in to fucking have you look at something. Notice how I didn't do that during the Demon Mama thing? because I didn't want to fucking add any additional shit. Actually, if you say people that he's associated with are covering up for him, and then you show him talking to people, you're suggesting via the inference on the video that those people are covering up his sex crimes. Just so you know, that maybe that's the case, but I'm just saying right now for everyone that's watching this, unless he presents specific evidence that anyone you see here is actually implicated, just because they show up on the screen does not mean that they are covering up for Destiny's sex crimes. That is a statement you literally can't prove and is actually libelous. That is actually fucking libelous.
News scandal about one of online politics' biggest and most controversial figures. As I said at the beginning of this video, this is not just a story about a man, but about power and how power works. And it's not a story that is new.
Oh my God.
At the center of the scandal is a concerted effort by Destiny's friends, associates, and community to conceal and...
See, his friends, associates, he's having this little friendly... Whoever this guy is, hey, you pear-shaped son of a bitch. Oh, is that Pisco, actually? I think that might be Pisco. Pisco, you're covering up for sex crimes. It's a concerted effort. You are actually actively engaged in conspiracy to commit a felony. Pisco, who's a lawyer, right? Pisco, you are actively, I am assuming from this video that you are actively engaged in conspiracy to commit and cover up crimes on behalf of Destiny.
Conceal and hide his wrongdoings by any and all means. This includes deleting any mentions of the leaks on Discord and Reddit, obfuscating the issue by acting as if the leaks only contain private sexual behaviors and therefore aren't anyone else's business, or even offering money to the victims in exchange for
Okay,
their...
no. Every the leaks, any like that's first off. That's you're implying motive. Raw. Right? This is an accusation. I have to listen to the whole statement again. Sorry.
Would be a massive sex and abuse scandal about one of online politics' biggest and most controversial figures. As I said at the beginning of this video, this is not just a story about a man, but about power and how power works. And it's not a story that is new. At the center of the scandal is a concerted effort by Destiny's friends, associates, and community to conceal and hide his wrongdoings by any and all means. This includes deleting any mentions of the leaks on Discord and Reddit, obfuscating the issue by acting as if the leaks only contain private sexual behaviors and therefore aren't anyone else's business, or even offering money to the victims in exchange for their silence. Now, if one were to say that the creators around
fuck, dude. You fucked it up so bad. Oh, you better prove that. Oh my God. Okay. So the reason that people are not talking about this was there was a legitimate, and you're staking everything on it, there was a legitimate cover-up that you can prove of just every single person that was on this screen. Okay, we've got another this might be fucking crazy. This might be 13 minutes crazy. This might be fucking 13 minutes of fucking gangster shit. We're going to prove all of those statements, that there is a legitimate ongoing criminal conspiracy to silence victims of sexual violence through bribery by members of Destiny's community, of which they are all aware. It's not a hard thing to prove. If you have a bunch of fucking goofities over in commentary just saying shit on video, there you go. But like, this better be fucking gangbusters. This better be fire, because we already have one fucking massive allegation that just legitimately doesn't track. And it's already caused confusion outside of it, because I've just realized that what people are talking about, most of it's coming from the fucking former accusation that he said he would do a thing, and then something remotely similar to it happened that was actually also done to him, and none of the conditions showed up. So he probably did it because even though he said he has receipts, we're just going to say it happened. We're just going to say it happened because how could it not have? It's fucking wild. That's crazy. Dan Saltman is implicated. Dan Saltman, I believe, because of this video by President Sunday, I believe 100%, because I saw President Sunday said it, that you are part of an ongoing criminal conspiracy to cover up felony offenses in the United States of America, and you are doing so through bribery. I believe that you're using personal funds in order to silence victims of crimes and engage in extortion against them. I believe this because I saw you implicated in this video. God damn.
Destiny were simply remaining silent about this scandal in order to continue to capitalize on their friendship with Destiny and have access to his audience, this would be a misleading oversimplification. Some people are doing that for sure, and some people in fact are even going out of their way to run interference to protect Destiny from the consequences of his actions.
Misleading oversimplification after I paused and say. That's the ultimate asterisk. The ultimate fucking asterisk. The suggestion that after I said this, the suggestion that these people are engaged in an ongoing criminal conspiracy is blah, 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 and that they're doing this thing, and that all this stuff's happening where you have all these people popping up on screen with this like hyper serious tone would be just a little bit extreme. Now I'm pretty sure it's happening with some people, but I fucking love it. I fucking love it. Oh my god, bro. Oh, this is fucking
but this
fire.
is not a story about the nefarious deeds of evil men and women, but about power. And it turns out...
This is not a story where we're going to discuss stuff that happened. We're just going to say that there's powerful people. Oh, please. Oh, no.
A lot of people are simply afraid. Afraid of what they have a moral right or a public sanction to say, given the sensitive nature of these leaks.
Public
and
sanction.
afraid of the retribution of Destiny and those in his audience. If
they have a public sanction to say. I guess that's a weird way to phrase that.
They say something that angers him. Leaks, afraid. Afraid of what they have a moral right or a public sanction to say, given the sensitive nature of these leaks. And afraid of the retribution of Destiny and those...
Does sanction mean something different? Sanction, sorry, I'm an American. Sanctions to me is like, you say people can't do that. That might be some Canadian shit, never mind.
In his audience, if they say something that angers him. A very large creator in YouTube commentary called Nicholas DeOrio, disgusted at the obvious sexual abuse and public coercion he was witnessing coming from Destiny and his defenders, and frustrated by the fact that people were beginning to lump him in with the others who were actively covering for Destiny, reached out to me directly to clarify why he was not being more vocal. He told me that, due to the...
Are all these people implicated? So are we saying, because like, okay, so we're saying Nick DeOrio reached out because he was upset at the other people. Are we going to end this with saying that Willie Mac Show is aware of and covering up Destiny's behavior and won't talk about it because he's afraid of, or economically? So Willie Mac is fucked. I don't know who this guy is. Turkey Tom is in it. Like, dude, this is awesome, bro.
Due to the sensitive nature of the material, despite being very confident about Destiny's guilt, he was very conflicted about coming forward against Destiny on behalf of the victims in this story without them voluntarily coming forward first. This was for two reasons. First, Destiny has a history of persuading his victims to come to his defense during a scandal. This happened once when...
Okay, I wouldn't hear
called Mr. Girl infamously attempted to accuse Destiny of lying about his relationship with Anna Voir, and in response, Destiny produced recent DMs between himself and Anna in which he got her to say that her own quoted claims against Destiny were false.
Okay, so he provided counter evidence. Destiny said, yeah. So what we found in the past is that the little bit of evidence that we gleaned, because we're not law enforcement professionals and we can't take statement under oath, the few fucking screenshots of fucking Discord DMs that we have got just blown out because Destiny asked them to say, hey man, you were talking to these people. Do you stand by these statements? Oh, they got cross-examined? They got cross-examined? Is that the term you were looking for? That on cross, they didn't fucking stand up for what they'd said before? In former scandals, we found that he asked the people who were involved if they felt that the things that are being alleged were true, and they said no. We know that we don't like this. What is this? What the fuck? What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this video? I'm losing my fucking mind.
And here it is notable that the fact that these DMs were between the alleged abuser and his victim did not seem to affect their credibility in the eyes of his audience. And second, because of Destiny's ability to use his hold over his
Why would they? The first conversation was between them two. Did that? Why would it change the credibility? Why? The first thing was them talking like, oh shit, oh yeah, I had to say something about him in the room. Why? Why would it change the credibility? Are you inferring that he like threatened them? Can you prove that he was threatening them? You said that before. Oh God, he threatens people. You have to prove that he threatened them. You have to prove it. You can't just say that there's some vague sense of terror out there. Well, he's not. He's fucking Voldemort. Your little Death Eater signs are gonna go off. You have the right to face your accused. In my country, at least. Hey, somebody said something about me. Hey, why don't you come say that to my face? And then they're like, I was fucking right. I exaggerated some. God, fuck me, man. Fuck me. Are you fucking serious? Like, are you fucking serious right now? What? Oh, we're gonna provide some receipts, and by provide receipts, I mean when we see other people's receipts, we're gonna gently push those into the garbage. God damn it!
Massive audience to deal serious reputational and financial damage to people who he feels have slighted him.
Who has that happened to? Who has received? Who's gotten fucking annihilated by Destiny? By the way, why am I here right now? I'm not fucking afraid of him. I call Destiny everything under the fucking sun. I say whatever the fuck I want about him. He can't do shit to me. He can't do anything. He called fucking Sunday a fucking pedophile in front of 10,000 people. Like, what was that? April of last year, June, May, something like that. You're still around here? You are talking about him. There is legitimately concerns if you're a person a certain size, but you can't say that once somebody has a little bit of money and has been like a little fucking hot to trot with his aggressiveness in the public sphere, that like anytime anyone says something that's in his favor or like goes back on what they said, like, oh no, what happened was DGG fucking thread showed up in their house with a knife. I woke up with a YouTube link to Godfather 2 and the fucking like horse head in the bed or something. That actually still would be constituting a threat. That would be evidence. I need the threats. So much of this stuff is happening, but it's still hearsay. It's still suspicion. You still have to say, but it doesn't really prove much. Yeah, it's pretty reasonable. I think the fucking police should look into this because this is not good. I hope you pass this off to the authorities. Did you call the cops or something? This is fucking...
refers explicitly here to the reputational damage Destiny inflicted on another commentary YouTuber called ChudLogic when he was approached by Destiny's now ex-wife Melina to give her side of the story about the Lawrence Southern affair.
So, I mean, I privately told everybody I'm completely distancing myself from
Oh no, Diorio. Oh God, he got him, dude. He got him. Killjoy, don't worry, you're smaller. Dude, fucking ChudLogic. ChudLogic, fucking dude. Sunday Killjoy Diorio. Oh, I thought that might be the case, but fuck me. Oh, no way. Okay, so he said he inflicted emotional and monetary harm on ChudLogic.
Destiny inflicted on another commentary YouTuber called ChudLogic when he was appealed over his massive audience to deal serious reputational and financial damage to people who he feels have slighted him. Nicholas refers explicitly here to the reputational damage Destiny inflicted on another commentary YouTuber called ChudLogic when he was approached by Destiny's now ex-wife Melina to give her side of the story about the Lawrence Southern affair.
So, I mean, I privately told everybody I'm completely distancing myself from this guy waiting for this bomb to go off, but I don't want to be the one to fucking light it. But, I mean, I feel stupid. I sent Destiny like a message of support at the beginning of this,
Really?
like about his dick getting leaked, not about this part of it. Like, Destiny like a message of support at the beginning of this,
Really?
like about his dick getting leaked, not about this part of it.
What is that? Do you hear that? What the hell is that?
This guy waiting for this bomb to go off, but I don't want to be the one to fucking light it. But, I mean, I feel stupid. I sent Destiny like a message of support at the beginning of this,
Really?
like about his dick getting leaked, not about this part of it. Like, oh, it's a shame that your fucking dick got leaked or whatever, which I guess is still valid.
I didn't realize how bad it was initially. I thought the big thing was the Lawrence Southern leaks. I thought, oh, he's got sex tapes. Okay, surprise.
Well, in the back of my head, I was thinking, why would all these people consent to their fucking nudes being exchanged?
Well, the answer
why
is
would
they
that
wouldn't.
even happen? They would absolutely not. They absolutely wouldn't.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I haven't really been able to talk about this with anybody because I'm at like a fucking, it's a huge risk to even discuss it because this guy's got such a chokehold over his community. But I legitimately think if it ever comes up, I absolutely think that's true.
I don't think that the smoking gun is Diorio's a fucking pussy, bro. He's like, okay, so like, do you get? I brought this up a while back when fucking Fuentes got confronted on his porch by that lady. and knocked her over and stuff. Like, it fucking, you could see how nervous Diorio was about people coming and visiting him in real life over shit he says. You could feel it. His voice was like completely changed up. Like, I fucking think it's great that she got knocked out. Cause he's like, he says fucking crazy fucking shit on the internet. And he's like a little fat kid with the little fucking propeller on his head. If he got confronted, he'd fucking like get eaten alive. You get eaten alive in real life. You know what I'm saying? So he's terrified of the shit like that. Diorio being too big of a bitch to fuck with fucking Destiny is not a fucking indicator of anything. It's just Diorio's a fucking pussy. That's fucking it.
That's career ending, and I don't think that can be defended. And if it can be defended by his community, it would fucking completely destroy. I mean, yeah, his reputation's in the toilet. It could be lower.
It well, could be. It's also
lower.
it's in the toilet with people who care to know.
Yeah, no, I think this is a viral everyone story.
Holy shit!
Into like community-wide story. If this cover-up ever comes out,
what specifically would have to happen to trigger some kind of, determinate position on this in public for you?
I mean, I'll be super candid about it. You would need to talk.
Yeah, would you have to talk publicly, or do you just have to see it?
No, I think I've already seen it. I think she needs to talk publicly because if anything, if it comes down to it and Destiny convinces her privately to take that other... Look what happened with Chud Logic and Lauren Southern. He had Melina coming to him and telling him these things directly. And he was put in a position where he can either eat shit and be hated by that community and lose a huge percentage of his audience to the point where I had to pick up the other half of Slack and like help him out, right, to keep him afloat. Or he could just leak those messages and be justified immediately, and it would start like a huge conflict. And I guess he did the right thing by loyalty, but like, you know what I mean? It's like, if you don't have the person.
Bye boner box. Au revoir. Au revoir. Au revoir. Au revoir.
Then it's you fighting on behalf of somebody else. And I've seen this go down so many times with content creators.
Why does Nick sound so saucy? I've got it on 2 times and Nick just sounds like that. That's what Diorio sounds like.
Where if they don't have the support of the actual...
Never forget, Diorio's a guy that fucking trades in cockfighting. He's got the fucking Bo Blacks pictures, you know what I mean?
Victim in the situation.
Right.
You're fighting a losing battle from day one.
So principally your concern is that you're going to take a pretty big financial / audience hit. If you were to
I think there's a genuine risk that I'm going to get left out to dry here, because if she doesn't say anything, or even worse, if she comes out and says it's not true, then I'm fucked.
A lot of people who would otherwise...
This is furthering the issue. Yeah, like, YouTubers do not investigate criminal fucking conspiracies. That's it. That's Diorio's final statement on it was like, if she's lying or she's wrong, I'm fucked. And I am intertied with all these audiences. I've seen Diorio fucking doing a little bit of sweep anyway on other stuff for that same issue. Whatever. Dude, that dropping that call on him is fucking ice, bro. That's gonna do some fucking reputational damage in its own fucking right. Dude, I appreciate Sunday saying, "Don't worry, I'll make the decision for you." It's fucking tremendous. You say you aren't ready to proceed without all the facts, but I will do that for you. It's fucking bonkers. I appreciate the shit out of that move. And honestly, I would have done the same thing anyway. I don't give a fuck. But like, this is you still the guys that are not the same type of people as in the victim class. Different thing. Right? If you're just saying like people aren't fucking talking about this because they want to make money, yeah, like everybody sweeps, right? They sweep for everything. To prove knowledge of and like culpability to a criminal conspiracy, you have to prove like knowledge and like a desire to ongoing. You have to they have to know that shit's going on. As an American, especially if these are American creators, you can just not talk about stuff, right? There's no obligation to make YouTube videos. It's your First Amendment right. It probably carries over to some degree outside of the country. You're supposed to report crimes to the authorities. The authorities are for crimes. The YouTube is not for crimes. YouTube is for getting attention so you can make money. That's it. If you have a personal relationship with another fucking company or something and you don't want to make a video to damage that relationship, that's a decision you can make, but you can't compel that speech. You do have to fucking go report it to the authorities, and you should do it. You should, ethically. But also, like, it's not that big of a... I need more. Are we saying that Nicholas Diorio is part of a criminal conspiracy to obfuscate and cover up the facts of a felony? You know what I mean? Like what? I need more. Maybe there's more.
Otherwise potentially be ready to support the victims of Destiny's systemic abuse of female and male colleagues are stuck between wanting to call foul on some truly reprehensible behavior and the realization that if they did, there are so
We also need, what do you mean systemic abuse of female and male colleagues?
many ways to spin them as the villains through
Did we prove that 100% yet?
Destiny's further manipulation of the victims and of his massive following. Two particularly aggressive defenders of Destiny have been Not So Erudite and Dan Saltman, who are both colleagues and close members of his inner circle. Both have gone out of their way either to dissuade attempts to bring up the issue of Destiny's non-consensual sharing of intimate material of other people publicly, or to directly discourage his victims from speaking out or taking legal action.
Okay, so this better have fucking solid facts behind it. Otherwise, this is going to be a libelous statement. This better be pretty reasonable.
Of Destiny's silence and the silence of the people around him on this issue is that all of the negative consequences for these leaks have been borne by the victims, who are still being publicly shamed and harassed as I speak. However,
what victims?
Faux concern for their well-being and their wishes to remain as
it's just the people at the beginning? Okay,
fair, private as possible, has been used to shut down any discussion where Destiny might be held responsible for endangering them in the first place. The perverse result is that Destiny's crimes against these people are effectively being weaponized as their own defense against others who would call him out for them. For example, when one community member known as
What are these extra videos that are in here? This is why I have any modicum of confusion. Is when you make a statement, you have to cite it. You have to cite it. Otherwise, I have to just try to remember other parts of your document. If you did not have a long-term, if you weren't in fucking academia for a long amount of time, this is probably it. All this up here, now you have this. I guess this actually is connected. But the things earlier, remember we said Erudite and Dan Saltman? Okay. Why did we have did we have fucking what's his name? That's not Kalinsky, it's the other one. I can't ever fucking remember his goddamn old Blue Eyes there and fucking Cenk Uygur. Were they there? Are they part of this? Why are they being involved? Was he talking about the stuff that's happening here? Why do we have additional effects? Are we trying to detract from the things that you're saying? Are you trying to pretend that you're justifying the things that you're saying by adding additional facts? Like literally answer that? I don't know. I don't know why, because they're not all referenced. You know what I mean? When you say there's ongoing harassment and stuff of these people, I don't know. Here's a good explanation. If you've known about this stuff and this is the best that you're doing to try to fucking tell everyone about it, then a lot of people aren't going to believe you, and a lot of people aren't even going to know what the fuck you're talking about. If there's ongoing harassment of the people, you bring it up. You show like, okay, look, this is 10,000 fucking tweets saying, Lav, hey, Lav, you stink. You stink because you did thing to Destiny, and I hate you. You make all those things come up. That's called citing your source. That is proving your point. What is this? What we're talking about crimes. If you just wanted to say Destiny's an asshole, okay, but you raise the bar to the bar, as in the one that you have to cross to pass to practice, legal shit. You need to provide evidence of crimes that is admissible. First off, admissible, actually relative to the fucking crime, and like, I want all the facts here. I still don't feel like I'm getting everything. I know we have 7 or 8 minutes left in this fucking thing, but holy shit.
As Fairy Queen questioned Not So Erudite's continued association with Destiny, given the revelation that he had been sharing porn of people he streams with without their consent, and given
Do you acknowledge that Melina is claiming Steven shared these videos without her consent? That's an acknowledgement, okay. What? Have you confronted Steven privately about this? What does that even mean? What? Like, okay, these are weasel worded. Have you confronted Steven privately about this? Assumes that this is true and that this is like an actionable claim. Have you confronted Steven privately about this? Like, have you tried to take the action into your own hands? That's an impossible question to ask. Because if you say yes, then it's going to be like, well, why haven't you taken it further? And if it's no, it's going to be like, so are you okay with doing these are rat fuck questions. I wouldn't even try to answer these. I like rephrase the fuck out of that. Will you disassociate with him for sharing another woman's sex tapes without her consent? So we go from, do you acknowledge that Melina is claiming yes or no, basically, to actually it is happening, and will like we already the answers are presumed in the questions from the Fairy Queen individual. It's not like a hate thing. They're just all of these are answer begging questions to some degree. So like they all presume an answer. So like this is like when will you wear wigs? Are you wearing wigs? Will you dissociate with him for sharing another woman's sex tapes? So even by answering this, you confirm yes or no, essentially, that he did do it, and this is how I'm going to be reacting to it. If the entire sub investigation by these guys was put together completely like this, that's fucking crazy. I would never answer anyone. If you ever get faced with any of these questions, whether you did something or not, don't answer anything like this. These questions will fuck you sideways. That's insane. Like, have you confronted Steven privately about this? Like, what do you say? Yes. Well, what did he say? What did he do? Blah, blah, blah. No. Oh, so you don't mind that it happened? Like, what the fuck? This is insanity.
Natsa Erudite's own avowals of being a mental health expert and a feminist, Natsa Erudite claimed that she was in communication with the victims behind the scenes.
Okay, and Natsa Erudite claimed something. I get that you're mad at me, and that's fair. We've got our differences, but I wanted to ask you to think about the people involved in the leaks. I've been talking with them, and they really want as little attention on this as possible. Your comment is kind of confirming that it's them, which they're denying, and drawing more attention to it. For their sake, I'd really appreciate it if you'd consider removing that part of your comment.
The scenes, and that they didn't want any additional attention. And so therefore, Natsa Erudite was actually doing the moral thing by not holding Destiny accountable for victimizing them in the first place, and for
No! Whoa! What the fuck?
he streams with without their consent. And given Natsa Erudite's own avowals of being a mental health expert and a feminist, Natsa Erudite claimed that she was in communication with the victims behind the scenes, and that they didn't want any additional attention. And so therefore, Natsa Erudite was actually doing the moral thing by not holding Destiny accountable for victimizing them in the first place, and
What? No, she didn't say that. You just made that up. You just lied. You're lying in your statement. Your comment is kind of confirming that it's them, which they are denying. They are denying, right? So there's a them. I don't know if Pixie is a they, them, and it's only one individual, or if there's a them, as in you're talking about other individuals. I also don't know if this follows directly. I don't have links to these. I'm being forced to take at face value a clipped out photo, just a clip of something. Okay. Shit to assume. And then she says, your comment is kind of confirming that it's them, which they're denying, and drawing more attention to it. For their sake, I'd really appreciate it if you'd consider removing that part of your comment. Right? Not like it's like I'm the moral fucking high ground. Like literally, like I'm covering, like it's the moral thing to not talk about it. Just literally, if there's people that are saying something, you have to respond to this. Like are you fucking? You're not a police officer. You're not a cop. You're not a lawyer. You're not a judge. You do not work. You're not even American. And this is happening in America. If these fucking victims are saying that they don't want this to be talked about because the biggest concern is other people seeing their fucking tits in public, then stop fucking drawing attention to it. And if you're doing that, you are being a bad guy. You're being the bad guy. You're being the bad guy. You are being the bad guy. We've already seen that you will post stuff without getting people's consent. You just got a fucking interview from Nick DiOrio and posted it. You didn't tell him, I guess, that you were going to use it. That's what I'm seeing from his post. I can't. What the fuck? I'm sorry. Did fucking Sunday just decide he gets to do whatever the fuck he wants because he felt like it? Holy shit! What the fuck is this? Oh my god! Destiny might legitimately get a fucking out over this stuff. He might, dude. It's going to be so. By the way, don't forget, you look the way that you look Sunday. You act the way that you act. If he uses this and there's a big response and it's, this was put together by haters, they didn't take into account anything from the victims, went out of their way to do all this shit, and they've been completely because there's mass misrepresentations and very big fucking claims. You wrote it down. You put little pictures of people in here and you haven't proven it yet. They might fucking, dude, holy shit. Holy fuck. like shattered toe level of level of fucking shattered toe level of stumble.
And so therefore, Not So Erudite was actually doing the moral thing by not holding Destiny accountable for victimizing them in the first place, and for personally continuing to profit from the reputation of Destiny by whom she was employed. When pressed on this,
that is a fucking psychotic. That is a psychotic draw. That is like, that is so far. You wrote it down too. It's not just like riffing off the top of your head. Like, I'm a fucking idiot here. You just made it up. You just made up a response to that. That's what was that thing. Gotcha. I am not an extension of Steven. You're not a feminist. Okay. Piss pants. YouTube watch. I don't know what that means. The evidence for this last claim is a YouTube video got sent back to her, to Erudite, I guess. And then the CLOUT app said you can't do it because you don't share a server with the recipient, or, okay, they blocked you. They blocked you because you're being an asshole. I would block you too. You need to be, yeah. This Fairy Queen individual was acting in a completely below board manner. That's unactionable, duplicitous questions. Like, actually a piece of shit. Do you guys might have fucked this? Holy fuck.
on this, Not So Erudite promptly terminated the conversation. But it turns out that Not So Erudite...
Oh, which he's suggesting is evidence that everything he was saying was correct. Oh, I'm sorry. They didn't want to answer literally loaded questions that I'm already regardless of what she answered, I will assume I am correct, and I'm just trying to get her to say stuff that agrees with me. Is fucking nuts. It's fucking insane. This is crazy. Holy fuck.
Erudite was telling the truth when she said she was communicating on behalf of the victims, because as it turns out, she was from very early on the primary middleman negotiating the price of their silence.
Okay. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. She was a middleman negotiating the price of their silence. This better have better shit in it than Beckett's video. Because Beckett's video, I'm going to start saying it now, I think Beckett's video might have been fucking ass. This is a fuck up. This is a fuck up. This is a personal grudge. This is a personal grudge being fucking leveraged over the reputations, health, comfort, and safety of a victim. Wow, you actually became what you think I am. There was a person, they said, stop talking about me, and I literally stopped talking about that individual. Because I didn't want to get brought up anymore. Okay. And then Sunday kept bringing that person up. I wonder if we'll be able to go look at old videos with me and fucking the Groomer Defense League co-chairs and see if he's actually established a behavior of disregarding completely the wishes of victims in order to further his own agendas. I wonder if that's going to be the case. Oh my God.
Enter Pixie. Pixie is a tiny streamer who, like Destiny's wife Melina, was visually identifiable in the leaks. Pixie had been working closely with Destiny since she turned 20 years old in 2009.
How do we know that? I don't know that. And I don't want to know that. Because you can't have that material because it's illegal to have. So, I'm sorry, were you investigating a crime as though you're a police officer and then you received revenge porn? Did you receive revenge porn in order to investigate it like you're a cop? You're not allowed to do that. You are not allowed to be in possession of that. Understand, we established this in that law earlier. Hold on. Let me go back. Do I have that up still? I really have to hammer this home. So if Sunday's in possession of the revenge porn, Sunday has actually committed a crime, and he is admitting it on video. And he looked it up too. Hold on. Florida revenge porn. Sexual cyber harassment. 78049. If you go through it, all the way down to the bottom. Where the fuck is that? There we go. All the way to the bottom. It's a violation of this section is committed within this state if any conduct is an element of the offense or any harm to the depicted person resulting from the offense occurs within this state. So that a law enforcement officer is defined in blank or 93.10 or any local, state, federal, military law enforcement agency that publishes a sexually explicit image in connection with the performance of his or her duties as a law enforcement officer or law enforcement agency. These are exceptions. Injunctive relief. No, sorry. A provider of the interactive communication defined provides a transmission, storage, caching of electronic communications of others, content provided by a person, or basically, I mixed it up here. But essentially, in this law, it establishes that you cannot have this stuff, right? And for all, you can't have it. If someone sent it to you, they are still engaging in revenge porn. If Sunday is admitting this, then Sunday took pornography that he's not supposed to have of Steven as well, because Steven did not release this. Steven gave it to someone else who then released it. After that person releases it, all of the images that Sunday has received of Destiny are criminal. Him making this video trying to humiliate or damage the reputation of Destiny post hoc, getting those could potentially be criminal, if not civil. So, yeah, don't say you. So if they're visibly identifiable in the video and you're going to stand by that statement, it means you've seen it. I have not seen these. I'm never going to look at them. I don't want people's revenge porn on my computer. I am not a law enforcement officer. I am not. Neither is every single other fucking YouTuber, I think in this. If he has it or you have to delete it. First off, delete it. Delete it. If you have been sharing it with other people, if you have been sharing Destiny's fucking video with other people, you're doing revenge porn, Sunday. You're maliciously transmitting in order to harm the reputation of Destiny naked images of him that you're not supposed to have. You're not allowed to have them. You're not a cop. You are not a lawyer. You are not a judge. You are committing a crime. Delete them. Delete them. Delete them. Everyone they should be deleted. You should not be looking at them. Delete them. You are not allowed to have people's fucking revenge porn. You're not a cop. You are not an investigator. You are not legally allowed to have these. Delete them. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my God. What in the fuck? What in the fuck? What in the fuck? So it's either, at best, thank God, hopefully, you know what? I'm just going to give you the benefit of the doubt. That's just another unsighted statement. Just another, an unsourced, unstated statement, right? You're just assuming that, and you don't have these videos you're not legally allowed to have on your computer. You don't have these, right? And if you haven't downloaded any other videos, if people are talking about other less salacious things, right? You don't have anybody's child pornography or anything on your fucking computer. I hope.
2019. And in addition to appearing on Stream Together regularly, Destiny also got her involved in paid positions organizing for canvassing projects, like with Progressive Victory, who we partnered with in 2024, and she would accompany.
I really appreciate also the people don't want to be brought up. I don't know if this is the case, but you say.
Enter Pixie. Pixie is a tiny.
You say okay, so this is Pixie. This is what she looks like. Also, she's one of the identifiable people in this revenge porn that Erudite, at least earlier, said that people don't want to be identified in. I can't remember Pixie's exact statement, but I know she doesn't want people sharing it. But we have established, thanks to Sunday, who is gonna send, he can send Destiny to jail, right? We're Destiny's gonna go to prison tonight, and then this will all be finished, and she'll get $1 million. We are gonna put her face on here and just say, the Kiwi Farms where this was leaked, and this is the person who leaked it, and this is this woman's face. You can find all of this. She is a visibly identified. So if you want that, if Sunday can get a hold of these things, I'm pretty sure anybody could. We're establishing that in this video.
Destiny's wife Melina was visually identifiable in the leaks. Pixie had been working closely with Destiny since she turned 20 years old in 2019, and in addition to appearing on Stream Together regularly, Destiny also got her involved in paid positions organizing for canvassing projects, like with Progressive Victory, who we partnered with in 2024, and she would accompany.
She was there. I was there. That's where I met Pixie.
And multiple times to large podcast appearances, such as the Whatever podcast, which he would pay for her to be flown out to. Pixie had, for a very long time, repeatedly tried to present herself as an example of a woman who could succeed as a part of Destiny's orbit, without being a member of his oft-rumored harem of women who offer him sexual favors in exchange for exposure and stream time. In light of these leaks, that image has obviously been shattered, and she has received the brunt of negative reactions to the scandal, since people who hate Destiny and hate the politics of the people in his group are eager to laugh at the hypocrisy of one of them, even if it means joining in the mass harassment of someone who is in fact a victim of revenge porn. Unfortunately, Pixie did the worst thing that someone in her position could do. Rather than seek legal recourse or make a public statement denouncing
Oh, what are we? Hold on. I'm sorry. What?
Thing that someone in her position could do. Laugh at the hypocrisy of one of them, even if it means joining in the mass harassment of someone who is in fact a victim of revenge porn. Unfortunately, Pixie did the worst thing that someone in her position could do. Rather than seek legal recourse or make a public statement denouncing the violation of her consent and dignity that these leaks represented, she seems to have ultimately chosen to try and profit from the situation by extorting Destiny, an American citizen who finds them.
Damn, he fucking transitioned from like, it's crazy she gets made fun of and harassed here. By the way, she's a dumbass. What the fuck? Oh my god. Oh my fucking god, dude. What in the fuck?
Finds themselves a victim of revenge pornography has several valid actions they can take. Let's go over 3. First, they can seek legal recourse. In fact, there's a federal law on the books as of 2022 that allows victims of non-consensual exchanging of explicit material.
Okay, I had to tell Falgy this, all right? First off, source.
To be compensated up to $150,000, and that's even if the...
I hope that this isn't ChatGPT. Source, first off, source, Sunday, you idiot, source. The law, you can cite the law. When you're talking about a law, you cite the law. How can the court help? A court can order a defendant, the person who caused you harm, to stop sharing intimate images. This is non-referenced legal opinion from probably some website. You cite the law. You cite the law, Sunday. You cite the fucking legal statute, you fucking idiot. All right? So that people know what the fuck is going. What did you fucking took a goddamn screenshot of some random website and didn't add anything here. Is this the .gov or something? Maybe it's .gov. Take a picture of, cite the fucking law.
Even if the leaks were not necessarily done maliciously, but only with reckless disregard for the consent of the victims may even have their identity concealed. Second, they may make a public statement.
Not anymore. Unfortunately for Pixie, unfortunately for Pixie, she did the stupidest thing she possibly could. She returned a single fucking Sunday Orbiter DM and ended up the fucking the main course on this fucking plate.
Announcing the person who leaked the materials and violated their consent. And in fact, this can be done in conjunction with the first option I mentioned. And finally, they can choose to do nothing. They can stay silent and hope that it all blows over. And this is their right. But Pixie...
This is... Okay, so... First off... There's a series of things you can do if you actually had a better understanding of the law. I think I went over this actually before earlier. But I'll just, as a quick summation, right? If we get into just how the legal system works in America now, there might be, depending on who... The individuals over at Kiwi Farms, whoever did that all full-on revenge porn, that person broke the actual federal criminal revenge porn law, right? That is a criminal action. To do that, that's not just seek legal action. You're going to contact your local authorities. Just call the police, the literal police in your district. They'll eventually contact you, bada. It'll be more than likely the Bureau of Investigation for your state. So it'd be like the Kentucky Bureau of Investigation. Yes, like the Federal Investigation Bureau, but at the state level. That's where most cyber crimes are handled because they cross state lines. If you have a cybercrime specialist in your region, you can reach out to them. They will provide you resources. I know we don't care about that because this is like, what we're doing here is Sunday's calling her a dumb bitch, all right? Because she didn't do something that would get him even more money, which is get Destiny sent to prison. We're not going to actually get into it. We're just going to give you 2 things that are the biggest things that I'm concerned about, me, Professor Sunday. We're gonna focus on those 2 things and not really open this up because this is such a broad thing for it to happen. You can reach out to the Cybercrimes Division if it's criminal, and even if it's not, they can probably get you in the right ballpark. Reach out to a cybersecurity lawyer of some sort. You can kind of like Google it and stuff, or you can very often just reach out to somebody that does some sort of business law in your immediate area. Talk it through. You can reach out to your state bar association. They normally have a sort of listing of lawyers. There's a lot of different ways to try to go about this, but you want to find someone who can represent you. You might have to pay them at first just to try to get the ball rolling because they might not work with you on contingency, which is they get a chunk. You just want them to get the ball rolling. And then you can have them send takedown notices, cease and desists, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, whatever, on your behalf. So you can actually have them fuck the whole like legal whatever the fuck, the internet shit. You can actually have them send injunctions for relief, i.e., stop this now. You want relief? Stop this now, okay? Hey, cease and desist. That is revenge porn. For that being allowed to be published on Kiwi Farms should be a fucking knock. Kiwi Farms money that they made that day off of those impressions, I believe you are more than likely probably entitled to some of it. If we look deeper into the laws, unjust enrichment, i.e. someone broke a law on your platform and made money off of it, right? They made money off of your nudes on their platform, which is a violation of your copyright, technically speaking. Also, your personal, health, safety, well-being. It's a violation of the civil statutes regarding revenge porn. You should be able to file an injunction, get it shut down, and you might be able to also sue for damages for them permitting that to be published and disseminated at all. You also might be able to sue for records of who uploaded it and where that shit went. I want their IP addresses. I need to find them. Well, you're not protecting them as a source, right? You're not going to stand in their way. Well, I want all of the information relative to those accounts. I want to know who they are. I want to know where they're established and where they are, because otherwise I'm going to sue you into fucking oblivion. You can do that. Ask a lawyer. It's not 100%. Oh yeah, it'll fucking work. Ask a lawyer. Sometimes the threat alone of litigation, even if it won't actually succeed, is more than sufficient to get people to change what the fuck they're doing. You absolutely need to engage with that kind of stuff. Ask a lawyer. Contact a lawyer immediately, the second that you feel that your rights have been violated. But what you're going to ask the lawyer is, what the lawyer's going to ask you is, what can I do for you? And, maybe sometimes like, how much money you got and what do you want to see happen? How do you want this to end? I want this practice to stop. I want some injunction for relief. I want this site to stop sharing nudes, and I don't want them to ever permit something like this to happen to anyone again. Because now that we've established in law that this is probably bad, or some sort of legal decision, and if there's other ones on the books, them doing it might open them up to a much bigger hit later on. I want remuneration. I want recovery. I feel injured. I was destroyed. I'm distraught. I was fucking robbed of money and reputation by this, and I want money. I want an apology in writing. You can ask for that. I want an apology. I want a literal apology from Kiwi Farms. I want Null to personally say he's sorry to me for permitting someone to share my nudes on his site. You can ask for all of that shit. It happens all the fucking time. The amount of the fucking funniest thing to ever fucking happen usually is someone has to deliver a public apology as part of a lawsuit. I didn't mean to do it. And even just asking for an apology half the time, they're like, I would really rather give you $50,000 right now. Those are the things that you can do. Seek legal action is not one thing. Seek legal action is a variety of things that you can do. You can also it's not legal, but you can go beat someone's ass. That's why we have civil laws. Hey, baseball bats, don't do that. But speak out is a series of things too. Also, literally, I know that fucking Sunday's like a misogynist or whatever, but usually the least likely thing that somebody who's a victim of sexual abuse wants to do, especially if they have reputational damages, is talk to more people about it. That's usually what they don't want to do that. They will often ask for those to be secured. If you've ever covered sexual assaults or something in a courthouse or written about them or no, people will ask not to be named because they don't want people to know that nudes can be found. Oh, hey, what's up? Sunday is leaking Nick D's DMs in the Chud Logic spicy chats. Oh, fuck yes. Awesome. Check live notices. I got that. Is that it? Okay. Oh, we'll check that out. You can send me some stuff in here. Oh my God. But it's not limited. Okay. You don't have to, you should, you really should. If something happens like this, you should speak out. I do believe it's people's civil responsibility, but I can't fucking say that you have to go and literally make a YouTube video about it. Speaking out can be a lot of different things. Don't think that it means that you have to go and give fucking, press stuff. Just going and talking to other women that are in your circle and asking about it, that's a better version usually of speaking out than anything else. That's how you say, hey, I had an interaction with this guy that we all work with or work for. Has he ever acted like this with you because I was really uncomfortable, it was really awful, or like, hey, this guy did something, bada, 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 bada. Okay. That sort of stuff. It's a big ask. It is a big ask. It does make the world better if you do it, but also women's reputations relative to sex are way, 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 way easier to permanently annihilate than anyone else's. See, for instance, Destiny. I could say anything I want about fucking Destiny. No one's going to blink a fucking eye. If I started, you know, if the shoe was on the other foot and this little pixie lady, I started saying all this fucking crazy shit about her, she'd probably be fucking like liquefied overnight. You know what I mean?
Did not do any of these. In an exchange that I have learned has since been circulated among the entire commentary community on YouTube and virtually everyone in Destiny's circle, not so erudite can be seen haggling with Pixie over the amount of
it was everybody doing it that was in that picture
money
again?
that would be appropriate for Destiny to pay her to not involve the court system or to denounce him publicly. First, Pixie uses the implicit threat of her impending suicide and a scheduled note announcing it to pressure Destiny to pay out a significant sum of money, and then later switches to vague threats of public denunciations and legal action. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, her friend Straight Raid was colluding to it.
What? Okay, hold on. I got distracted for 2 seconds.
Appropriate for Destiny to pay her to not involve the court system or to denounce him publicly. First, Pixie uses...
Okay, yeah, that's the settlement. They ended up not coming in, but there would be Saturday. Are you hinging a lot on my conversation with him? Kyla, I guess this is it. Other than what I mentioned, is there anything you were hoping to be brought up?
The implicit threat of...
I think I'm going to decide my next course of action of what to do with myself and him based on how that conversation goes. Unless if you decide you don't want to talk to him, that's okay too. Basically, I have my plan / course of action paused and will choose something depending on if he agrees he has to make up / repent for the action and wants to work with me to find a way to do that, or if he doesn't want to feel that, or if he doesn't feel that way. I don't want to talk like him myself because I don't want to talk to him myself because I feel like I tried explaining what I was feeling and he didn't really understand. I also have a little anxious voice in my brain telling me to prepare for the worst because he probably won't care or doesn't care enough to willingly try to make up for his mistakes, or that means I'll have to start thinking of more extreme / nuclear options to deal with, but I'm trying to avoid spiraling down that line of thought because so in this case, Kyle's probably a fucking dog shit person to talk to. I wouldn't talk to someone that's like immediately working with him as neutral of a person as you can. This is one of the things this is why we have like HR. Even when HR is against you, it's for stuff like this. This is why I think it's very disgusting how many of these people are fucking each other in the background. The same issue I have with Whiteleaf. This is why. This is all the stuff I was saying about Whiteleaf. Like, weird that a bunch of these people are fucking each other and hooking up and trading pornography, and they have all the same chatters in different chats who are also engaging in all this fucking pornographic behavior. It's because there's no fucking recourse. There's none. There's none. You could get retributively fired. Everyone has a legitimate reason to be nervous. Okay? But also just being nervous and stuff is not the smoking gun at the end.
For impending suicide and a scheduled note announcing it to pressure Destiny
Whoa, Jesus fuck. Why are you scrolling down? You need to read this.
Publicly. First, Pixie uses the implicit threat of her impending suicide and a scheduled note announcing it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. And just not to scare you, I'm 100% not going to do anything to myself no matter what he says during holiday season because I don't want to traumatize my friends during a time that's supposed to be happy, and even if he responds negatively, it doesn't mean I'll auto-kill myself. I'm trying to contemplate all different courses of actions, including going public, and then if I can't take the amount of humiliation, then killing myself versus my plan before of scheduling a note for after I die. I'm also still looking into lawyers, but I just want to see what he says before deciding to do any nuclear option. Okay, that's actually completely reasonable. I think people have been trying to say that she's crazy. That is one of the most reasonable things I've ever heard in my life. She is being annihilated because people are making fun of her for fucking, and stuff. She lives in a world, by the way, the Pixie lives in a world. Before he illegally recorded him, fucking Nick DiOrio and Sunday had like, they hang out. Queeman is in Sunday's chat all the time. Queeman's a DiOrio guy. He's a Chud Logic guy. Chud Logic, DiOrio. All these people work together. These people are all know each other. They are all friends. The reason women in this world don't feel comfortable coming forward is because the entirety of all of you motherfuckers are friends with people that have rape review. They have the rape review. You know what I mean? They don't take women seriously. You pal around with outright misogynists. You're the guy that say, I don't like this Joe Cat. He seems to be fake liking women. And it's like, he would never say he liked a butterface. Like, oh yeah. Women across the world are just going, oh, it's Sunday. They're like, I don't know if you understand this. I hang out with a woman. Have you ever heard of ICO rules? Like, okay. Good on you. Okay, nice. Yeah, her saying like, look, I'm literally panicking. You're one of the only people I can talk to. I feel like my life is ruined. And if you don't do something about this, I'm going to fucking kill myself is actually completely reasonable in this situation. I get it. I get it. Please don't kill yourself, Pixie. Don't do it because that's bad. But like, yeah, she's not saying like, oh, he needs to call me back and go on another date with me or I'll kill myself. She's saying my life is going to be over. I'm afraid of the world. People are calling me a whore every fucking day. I don't have any possible employment opportunities. I guess probably Lonerbox broke up with her because of the cum swapper allegations, more than likely. And now she's like, yeah, I got no fucking future. I'm going to kill myself if this doesn't get resolved. Okay. She's like, now it's not 100%. She gave you an ultimatum window, which is fucking awesome. She said, yeah, you got like 20 days. Figure this out. We need to get to the bottom of this. And then if you don't, I don't know what to do. So I'm going to fucking kill myself because I'm in a situation of absolute desperation and I just don't want to live this life anymore. So, you know, you have a time to get back to me. Dude, absent of the courts, people will still find a way to make sure that people show up on time for responses, you know? That's fucking insanity. Can I share this with Steven? He communicated to me. He knows.
To pressure Destiny to pay.
He communicated to me. He knows he fucked up. There's no excuse at all and doesn't know what he can do for you to make it up. I am trying to bridge between him to help him understand what would make you feel that he understood he was wrong and should never do this again. Or better, what can I share with him? Okay, they are establishing, this is a settlement. They are establishing terms. This is not just okay, this is completely fucking legal. As far as I know, this is what you do instead. This is okay. This is so far fine. You feel you were wronged? Okay, can I help you? What can I do to make this better? Do you think that when you go into like a McDonald's, right? I know. Okay, how about this? You go into a Best Buy. You buy a radio that says this is going to be the best radio ever, and it always works. You take it home, it sucks, and it doesn't work. You bring it back and say, hey, this radio said it was the best radio ever, and it always works, and it doesn't, and it's not the best radio ever. If they go, oh shit, we're sorry, can we take that back off your hands and compensate you? We're really sorry. Like, yeah, and make sure that nobody else buys this. What's going on? You can establish that. You can establish that. You can just do that. It's mediation. You're mediating an issue. Should you get lawyers involved and stuff? Yeah, probably. It's always better. Always better. You're doing mediation. You're mediating. She's mediating. She's doing a mediation. Is she an independent third party? No, but the woman who has given you, and when someone gives you an ultimatum of, I'm going to blow my fucking brains out if we don't figure this out. It's me, you, the other guy in the room. You don't go, all right, well, maybe I should step back and we should find an interested third party. I mean, like, the best decision probably would be to do that. But like, I don't know. Is Erudite supposed to be like the smartest person ever and completely calm and collected and controlled under all circumstances? Everybody here's a fuck up. This isn't actually like the worst thing ever. This seems pretty fucking reasonable because it's a bunch of people that don't understand the law and one guy that doesn't give a fuck about it, even if he does.
To pay out a significant sum of money.
You can share this in anything you want with him. I felt like when we talked, you really understood where I was coming from and can hopefully explain this better than I can. Okay, she's literally saying like, I can't articulate my thoughts. Can you explain this? Can you literally mediate? She's asking for mediation. She's asking for mediation with somebody that's close to Destiny at the top. This is completely reasonable. This is actually another one of the things you can do. If it's a case for workplace harassment, one of the things you can do, in addition to the, fucking Sunday's rules for life, is ask for mediation. You go to HR and say like, hey, this is wrong. This guy should get fired, blah, 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 blah. I want all this on the record type stuff. These are all things. Because going to the nuclear option, all right, or doing whatever is the best for fucking content to make a few money for a few days is not necessarily the best thing to do. Gotcha. Thanks for not sugarcoating anything about where you're at. I think what we talked about as what you needed, help removing the video from online, getting the guy who hacked charged, based. Okay, so even Erudite and Pixie are apparently established, not I guess in this leak, but Pixie has established at some point that she believes that the person who hacked the thing, was it a hack? It was a leak, it was a hack, it was a leak, it was a leak, it was a hack. The person who hacked that thing, they want to get them charged. A sense that Steven understands how in the wrong he was and a plan to prevent this from ever happening again. These are legitimate causes for remedy. This is fair. This is what she wants in a legal sense as well. Okay. Another thing you can do is actually hire a lawyer and ask for mediation between parties to avoid a lawsuit. And it would look something very similar to this. What we want in writing, negotiated between our parties, is these things. She's asking for literal damages. She's asking for remedy. This is literally one of the things you actually can do. She's asking for specific remedy. Like, okay, I want an injunction. I want help, all this stuff. There's a bunch of things that Steven can't do, right? So one of the things she could ask for in mediation at the lower level is say, like, Steven, I want you to pay for a lawyer to take the charge on taking down this issue with like Kiwi Farms and leakers. I want you to pay for the legal team to wipe my digital footprint off the internet. That's a thing you can ask for, right? Especially at the mediation level, because it doesn't all have to be civil like law. You can just ask for stuff. You are bringing two contentious parties together and establishing a contract for remedy between them without having to go to the full like jury section. This is how you can settle things without having to speak up. Because now that she speaked up, we have Sunday making a video. Hey, this is Pixie. She's a cute little girl. She's a small streamer. You can bully the fuck out of her. She's got a small audience. This is the place where you can find her revenge porn, and you can see it in her, or you can see her in it. So like we just established, yeah, you can watch Pixie get fucking laid on the internet. You can see that right now because she chose not to do any of those, but thankfully President Sunday was out there to choose for her, as a man should for a woman. Actually, I will tell your story. I will tell your story for you, and I will make it as big as possible. And if she asked for it, okay. I mean, she wanted him to do this like this. I get it, but fuck me, not the best solution.
And then later switches to vague.
Is this what you feel you need? These are these things. Yeah, the only problem is number 3, because even with the removal of the video and getting the guy hacked charged, Steven has to face consequences proportional to his actions. Base, she's literally saying, I feel damages. Maybe she, I don't know. I thought, I've heard her talk before, but maybe Pixie's actually pretty fucking, maybe she might be whip smart. She's asking for damages. This is what this is. Steven has to face consequences proportional to his actions. I want this to be the most expensive mistake of his life, and I'm essentially asking him to self-punish himself in a way I don't think he will or agree to without the law involved. True, yes. But if you got mediation, you wouldn't have to go to a jury trial necessarily. You could kind of get there part of the way. I don't have a dollar amount from the top off my head. It just has to be enough for the rest of his life if he thinks about the word dude.
Vague threats of public
For
denunciations.
the word
and
nude, he associates it with the amount of money he loses. Obviously, I don't want to make him destitute, but it should be large enough that he does feel upset about it and it's not easily recoverable. This is a conversation you should have with your lawyer. You need to ask for a specific number, and you just have to justify it. You have to ask for a specific number. Otherwise, they'll turn it down. The lawyer will tell you. The lawyer will get you. But literally just ask a number. Just say, I believe with the amount of me being shared, my lost potential revenue, if I was an OnlyFans, you can provide a calculation. If I was an OnlyFans model, and I was someone, and your wife wasn't, I think Melina was an OnlyFans model. She made this amount of money per day. I want the same amount of money per view of this that we can calculate that she would have made, which I believe is $150,000 or $200,000 or $2 million. I want that in damages because that's what somebody should be compensated for, that many people viewing their nudes, and also for the heartache and the disruption to my career that I'm facing. I want that much money. That's how you do that. This is exactly, she's right there. If you would have had this conversation through with a lawyer the right way, with money on, I will actually retract an earlier statement. I think she might actually be a pretty good candidate for a legal GoFundMe to settle this. Honestly, she might be able to finagle a lawyer and just tell the lawyer, like, hey, lawyer, look, I want to set up mediation with him. I want him to pay for your attorney's fees. He'll pay for your attorney's fees, but you're going to be my lawyer. He'll pay for your attorney's fees. He's going to deal with all of this stuff, and then we're going to get all these things out. That's what I want. And a lawyer might go a little bit different from that. If you say, I specifically want you to attack him under this law, or I have this like really grandiose idea of what I want to happen to him that's kind of impossible, the lawyer might go like, look, I don't know, man. Or like, I might not have the ability to make that happen for you, or we might not get the kind of money that you want out of it. So like, that's sort of where you get hung up.
And legal act.
So I don't have a dollar amount, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so this is what you want to pursue. It wasn't clear to me before that this is what you wanted specifically. Okay, yeah. Well, you asked for clarification and she gave it to you, dummy. So there you go.
Meanwhile, behind the scenes,
damn it,
sum of money, and then later switches to vague threats of public denunciations and legal action.
My understanding was more a sense of rehabilitation. Okay. Okay, what did he say about this?
Destiny to play with Pixie over the amount of money that would be appropriate for Destiny to pay her to not involve the court system or to denounce him publicly. First, Pixie uses the implicit threat of her impending suicide and a scheduled note announcing it to pressure Destiny to pay out a significant sum of money, and then later...
No, she didn't. We just read that. She said, I don't have a number. I just want it to be, I guess that would be a significant sum. She just said an imaginary amount that would like fiscally hurt him. This is not crazy.
Switches to vague threats of public denunciations and legal action. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, her friend Straight Raid was colluding.
I don't know how vague. I think there were some pretty specific terms laid out there, weren't there? It seemed like she was pretty specific. She's just desperate. So like, she's like, literally, you need to figure this out because I'm at my wit's end and I'm going to fucking kill myself. So help me because you're the only person I think I can talk to. I'm going to assume that Pixie doesn't have very many friends. I mean, Jesus Christ, she was dating fucking Lonerbox. She didn't have someone to tell him like, really? I think she later spitballs $1 million based. But yeah, that's not the vibe of that. This same thing happened with the fucking Beckett deal that I was checking out earlier. I'm a little suspicious of this.
Colluding to advise Destiny to offer to help her financially as penance to stave off her threats of self-harm. A situation that would obviously be a reputational disaster for Destiny. Note, Straight Raid has also explicitly said that she didn't. A situation that was colluding to advise later switches to vague threats of public denunciations and legal action. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, her friend Straight Raid was colluding to advise Destiny to offer to help her financially as penance to stave off her threats of self-harm. A situation that would obviously be a reputational disaster for Destiny. Note,
unproven here. No source cited. We just said something. Straight Raid did a thing. Okay. Is this all? I think maybe some of this stuff has gone over in the Beckett video. Why do we have two fucking videos with one of them doesn't have? We have no citation for that. We just have. I guess that's Straight Raid. I don't know her personally.
Off her threats of self-harm.
Is it? Hopefully this is Straight Raid. We've had a series of times. I know this isn't. This is Wick TV, the tooth guy. Do we have evidence of that? Are we going to present?
That would obviously be a reputational disaster for Destiny. Note, Straight Raid has also explicitly said that she did not consider the situation serious enough to warrant a wellness check. As revealed in earlier DMs between Pixie and Destiny prior to this conversation.
I mean, prove that, first off. Who says who? Says who? What is this? There's no... Says who? What, do you remember earlier in this video when he was trying to like put... He knows he's supposed to put citations in.
Destiny denied.
We have a few little c.win.gg. These aren't very well done. I mean, it's pretty fucking lazy. We get back here, and we got nothing. What do you mean Straight Raid said that? Is this Straight Raid? Did she say that? Did she say it to Wick? Why is Wick on screen? What is the evidence? Where's the fucking evidence of your claim? Are you just saying shit in a video? Even like you have to prove it. You have to prove that this fucking happened. I've already seen you literally, I don't know, intentionally or just because you're a fucking idiot, misread things I'm looking at on the fucking screen and not have enough awareness of the law to know what you can and can't do as somebody that's pursuing stuff. But you're just attacking the fucking victim besmirching her name for no reason. She wasn't just threatening him for like, I'm going to kill myself if you don't give me money. She was saying like, she's at her wit's end. This is why we have civil law, to remedy people fucking not having a choice. The guy version of that is, I'm going to kill yourself if we don't figure this out. She's saying she's like in crisis and she wants to talk it through. She had very reasonable demands. And then she said, I just want a significant amount of money in order that you feel like you fucked up. I want you to feel damages relative to the amount of damage you caused me, which is how the fucking law works in a general sense. Like, okay, so Your Honor, before my client came into my service, she was having a mental breakdown because thousands of people were sharing her nudes online and making fun of her. She was called a whore by a series of accounts that have hundreds of thousands of likes and views. This was very damaging. This is all because of the negligence of another individual who refuses to acknowledge it. She was having a full-on mental break, Your Honor, but she's okay in the courtroom today. Like, what do you do? By what mental fucking gymnastics does fucking Sunday think he has the ability to even give an opinion on these things? He's just literally just talking. He's just guessing. No citations, random video. This is dog shit. This is insane. This is insane. Dude, what in the fuck was he thinking? This actually might get fucking, this legitimately too, because I understand that fucking, apparently Sunday's been going behind the scenes, and if he's been, one-party consent recording random people and being duplicitous in, his articulation of the facts and how he's sharing it, if he has engaged in a widespread defamation and libel campaign against Destiny, while Destiny is a victim of fucking revenge porn, he might set himself up for some serious fucking issues down the line. And it also might be, oh no, haven't you seen the Sunday video where he doesn't cite anything? Like, they're like, oh no, you've got to go watch another video from an even smaller streamer to get the rest of the evidence. Yeah, he secretly recorded Nick DiOrio, and then there was like random weird edits and noises in that recording. So I don't know, maybe he released it or something. What the fuck? It's in another video. Like, no, you've got to watch all 3 videos to understand what's in here. Like, because we didn't include any evidence from video to fucking video. Bro, what is this? What the fuck is this?
Harm. A situation that would obviously be a reputational disaster for Destiny. Note, Straight Raid has also explicitly said that she did not consider the situation serious enough to warrant a wellness check. As revealed in earlier DMs between Pixie and Destiny prior to this conversation with
I don't give a fuck. Who the fuck is Straight Raid? Who gives a fuck? Who fucking cares? Who fucking, I know who Straight Raid was in a shit ass video with one of your fucking orbiters, actually, talking shit about my old stand-up comedy. I know that's Lycan's girlfriend, right? But who the fuck is she in this video? What the fuck? Where's the evidence of all of this stuff that's going on? I get we get Kyla's DMs and then we're just speed scrolling the fuck through them. Like, and half the time they have nothing to do with the hell's going on here. Also, not so Kyla's name. Just call her Kyla, whatever the fuck her last name is. It doesn't say not so erudite here.
Not so erudite.
I'm trying to hold out for hope. And just not to scare you, I'm 100% not going to do anything to myself no matter what he says during the holiday season. Okay, I read this already.
Pixie and her friend Straight Raid had used the specter of her impending suicide to alarm Destiny enough that he would be receptive to suggestions of financial compensation. Apparently, Pixie was hopeful from the beginning that she could get as much as a $1 million pay.
Apparently. So we don't know for sure. We're talking about, literally there's a woman's life on the line. She's a victim in this story where we know at least some of the other ones don't want their names brought up. Thankfully, Sunday has broken that confidence for at least an apparently. From Straight Raid said, if she did that, which I doubt, that would be incredibly misleading. She's wanted an incredible amount of money from the start, and I have repeatedly but gently told her that she will not get the sum she wants. There is no legal basis for her getting a $1 million payout, which she repeatedly discussed with me. Who the fuck is Straight Raid? Why do I care? Your Honor, the court does not recognize this witness. Your Honor, actually, Straighteraid, we've seen Straighteraid in other videos hanging out with Sunday Orbiters, actively talking about kissing up to him to join his community. We asked that the relevance to this is hearsay. Your Honor, hearsay. Your Honor, this person says that my client has been in conversation with this individual, yet provides no back and forth between them. The DM leaker doesn't have the DMs. Maybe that's going to be the next slide. Well, he says apparently, but that's going to be the next slide. The DM leaker doesn't have the DMs. I've been talking to Straighteraid's been talking to her. Straighteraid has been talking to her. All right. We have one thing. It's just a cutout. It's a screenshot of a screen. Trust me, this is big shit. It's a screenshot of a screen. She says she's been talking to her and she was asking for $1 million, which is just way too much. I, as some bitch, fucking know that. What the fuck? Who the fuck is Straighteraid? I've been telling her that $1 million is too much. Who the fuck are you? What? Who are you? A legal authority on the matter? What? Who are you? Her fucking? Are you her like her representation? What the? Who gives a fuck? What? Not only is this person not trustworthy and involved in the situation, but also she's a good judge of what the person's mental state is. How do we end this with there's no perfect victim? What the fuck?
Payout from Destiny, which Straighteraid had to repeatedly talk her down from. The condition of this financial compensation is...
Okay, so Straighteraid is the DM leaker. So Straighteraid got the messages from the Kyla Pixie exchange, maybe from Kyla. So it's a leak from a leak from a leak. All right, we got a series of Sunday being sent private conversations from other individuals, which we don't 100% have confirmed as sources, because I'm gonna blow your mind now, but you can just generate Discord. You can just generate Discord text conversation. You can just generate those. You can, which is why you have to have like a chain of evidence in actual court cases and stuff, which is why this is all horseshit and getting crazier by the fucking second. Because like, what in the fuck is this? Is this just actually all fucking hearsay from one person that you're raw fucking reporting after she sent you a video? Is that why it's not in screenshots? Is because you just got sent a fucking video and you just put the video of her recording a scroll down? You just put the video you downloaded in the video? You just put that in there? And then you just whatever she feels about it, I feel about it too. She's an expert witness, Your Honor. Well, who is she? She's Destiny's cook's girlfriend. What in the fuck? Oh my God. Kyla was telling Pixie that she would talk to Steven IRL about the whole ordeal, but then said scheduling issues prevented the conversation. She also says every time she's tried to ask for details via message, he's not engaged. But I think that's a lie, obviously. Oh, well, fucking cheat. Thank God. Thank God. We got to the bottom of it. And for context, Pixie wanted to sue for a lot of money, literally $1 million, but I told her that amount isn't realistic. That's still fine. That's still fine. You can ask for whatever. The court will, like, you can bring it down. You can, dude, lawsuits start with crazy high amounts. They start with, like, if you got, this is a bunch of fucking idiots that don't know anything about this. You can ask for that much. You can ask for anything. You can ask for anything. If the recovery's too high, you can also bring it down. You talk to your lawyer and they'll be like, okay, so this is what the payouts have been before. This is probably what you can get. What your want. I don't even give a fuck about the money. Like, just bring it down. Bring it down to a more reasonable amount. You got no good. This Pixie, no wonder she wants to kill herself. She's got no friends. This is the person she's relying on. She's been in conversation with two people, Kyla and the person that's leaking her DMs about wanting to kill herself. Poor fucking broad. God damn it, dude. What in the fuck? Like, I'd want to fucking kill myself too. Like literally just give me something or I'll fucking check out. All right. God damn.
Is of course Pixie's continued silence. This would seem to imply that Pixie's decision to not go public.
What is this? Oh, is this from her? God damn it, Sunday. Fucking Christ. This is a CBS News article, I think from this from Pixie's fucking video, but like Mr. No Citations down here for the second half of the video, it just pops up, and because he just selects any fucking video, he doesn't give a fuck what's in it, I guess. It looks like that's what they're talking about. So I thought that this was evidence of what she's supposed to be saying, but the city spokesperson told CBS News there have been no credible reports or specific claims of pets being harmed by migrants. Like, listen to what
This
Sunday
financial
says.
compensation is, of course, Pixie's continued silence.
Pixie's continued silence. As he says the word silence, a random different video in the background that he chose for no specific reason, because that's what's happened this entire time, pops up something with the parts that are highlighted. There have been no credible reports or specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals within the immigrant community. Like, wait, what? Her continued silence. Is she eating the pets? Was Pixie busy? She's like, oh, that fucking Destiny, but I'm busy. I'm going to go fucking eat like 6 cats on 8th Street. Why do you have these fucking random bits of information jammed in next to each other? What in the fuck is this level of fucking incompetence that's happening? I'm losing my fucking mind. God damn it.
This would seem to imply that Pixie's decision to not go public is not because she is afraid of the repercussions, or else she wouldn't be threatening Destiny directly with legal action or public denunciations, but because she wants to profit personally off of extorting Destiny, who also, it must be remembered, is a victim. But because she wants to profit, or else she wouldn't be threatening Destiny directly with legal action or public denunciations, but because she wants to profit personally off of extorting Destiny, who also, it must be remembered.
She would not be profiting, you idiot. She's asking for damages, you fucking moron. She's asking for what she's owed. She's not profiting. She wants what she thinks she's owed. That's not profit. That's gross. Student, I'm sorry. I forgot he's a fake anarchist. She wants to be compensated for her losses. That's not profiting. Everything that she's asking for is the shit you would put in a fucking lawsuit. I want an injunction against any further continuance of this. I want him to admit he was wrong and him to never do it again and understand that there will be some sort of greater thing. I want damages, and I want the damages to be so high that he never thinks of doing this again, which is something people ask for all the fucking time when they talk to their lawyers. Literally, if you go back to the fucking Sandy Hook victims talking about Sandy Hook, they said the same fucking thing. And at the time, people were like, oh, $1 billion? That's never going to happen. And here the fuck we are. You can ask for whatever. It's the law. You can sue people for anything. She's asking for out-of-court mediation in a non-legal setting is literally what this is. She has direct claims and she has articulated damages to the cost of $1 million. You know what you do after that? You say, that's too high. Can we go lower? How about $25,000? How about $500,000? How about $75,000? How about? And if you can't find a price, then you go all the way to court. Because you're not settling or mediating anymore, and you have to have the judge decide for you because you can't reconcile outside of court. This is normal. That's not extortion. That she is literally asking for what she would get if she sued him, but without talking to him first. It's fine. She's not saying she's going to cover up a crime or anything. She's talking about specifically about her, right? You wronged me here. This is what I know. I'm in that video. Other people are private individuals. I don't want you to ever do it again, which also would just still solve the problem. And I want you to face some sort of legal repercussion. She's not doing it perfectly because she's not a fucking lawyer. If she had a lawyer, then the lawyer would help her through this. But all of those are things she's having a conversation with not so erudite she should be having with a lawyer. Her wanting to kill herself is completely fucking normal. And her saying, like, I'm going to kill myself if you don't talk to me or respond to this. I'm just going to fucking check out. That's completely fine. That is completely fine. Shouldn't do it. But in a state where he didn't fucking scratch her car on the way out of a parking garage. He negligently leaked pictures of her in some sexually provocative way and destroyed her reputation and caused a mass harassment campaign to be put on her and damaged her relationship, I believe, with her parents and everyone else too. It's a completely normal reaction. This is why we have the courts. She's all she has to say is like, were you trying to extort him? Like, no, I was literally losing my mind because of the revenge porn. Like, oh, yeah. That's why we have a law about this. Okay, yeah, we understand that. I understand that. God damn. I remember when I worked as a barista and I extorted the customer for the price of the coffee they ordered. Yes.
Be remembered, is a victim of revenge porn. Destiny may be the one responsible for the leaker having the images in the first place, but he shared them recklessly, not maliciously. And of course, he has endured public humiliation as well for this. Destiny's close friend and podcast co-host Dan Saltman, the CEO of Redact, had also reportedly gone behind Destiny's back to advise Pixie to make financial demands of Destiny.
Oh, this is what we heard earlier. Nice. Kyla's being sneaky about this. Okay, so, oh no.
Destiny, as well as to ask her to dissuade Destiny from taking legal action against Kiwi Farms for hosting the leaks. Pixie has since...
Oh my god, dude. Oh no. Okay, so Sunday libeled Saltman. Sunday libeled Dan Saltman. off of hearsay. Sunday just raw libeled Dan off hearsay from what he has one source for this, doesn't he? Sunday, is your one source for this entire story Straighterade talking to you? Like, is that it? And just and revenge porn videos you're not supposed to see? This is again Straighterade. Nice. Kyla's being snaky about this. Pixie contacted her and was kind of trying to use her as a liaison. I told her Kyla can't be trusted to help with that. Yeah, fair enough. Dan contacted Pixie a couple of weeks ago as well. According to what she told me, he basically said ask Steven for a reasonable amount of money and he'd probably pay it, and wanted her to convince him to not take legal actions against Kiwi Farms, which he's considering. And this is hearsay. Dan Saltman showed up, I think we saw on Turkey Time, and said, I didn't say that, which is more legally admissible than this. This is a non-witness statement. You understand that? Straighterade wasn't even in the room. Straighterade heard from a friend that this thing happened and then interpreted it. And by the way, I've heard Straighterade talk. She can't even literally look at what was in my video and describe it accurately. She's stupid as fuck. She's the person that got kicked off of whatever. All right. What, like, is this it? This is, so we're going to implicate Dan. We're going to say that Dan Saltman, who I don't like the guy. And I think he's capable of being a shitheel. But we're going to say off nothing, off the word of Straighterade, who didn't even see the interaction happen, just her repeating for someone else. We're going to say for sure Dan Saltman intervened in order to try to get Pixie to accept a payout as a cover-up and then also get her to be silent about other things. Like, what in the fuck are you talking about? What in the fuck?
And of Destiny, as he has endured public humiliation as well for this. Destiny's close friend and podcast co-host Dan Saltman, the CEO of Redact, had also reportedly gone behind Destiny's back to advise Pixie to make financial demands of Destiny, as well as to ask her to dissuade Destiny from taking legal action against Kiwi Farms for hosting the leaks. Pixie has since...
He said that real confident. The only thing he has evidence of that, the only thing he has for evidence of that is just literally Straighterade saying that it happened and she wasn't there. Straighterade remembering what Pixie told her. Sunday just repeated as the factual fucking truth. Maybe it is the truth, but that is not proof whatsoever. Uncited. Just, yeah, Dan Saltman showed up and he did these things. We got no evidence for it. None. What do you mean no evidence? Someone talked to someone else who was there. Okay. We're two impressions behind. What did Dan Saltman say when he went and talked? I didn't do that. I told her she should talk to a lawyer and that she shouldn't do anything that's going to draw more attention to the issue if she doesn't want more attention drawn to the issue. Okay. Yeah, bring a specific number also.
Since said nothing.
Sunday glossed over what Redact Dev does. I mean, who gives a shit?
Publicly.
Who gives a fuck at all? Like, who gives a fuck about Redact Dev? Who gives a fuck about Dan Saltman in this? You haven't proven to me that he's done anything. I don't even give a fuck what his company is. I don't give. You said that there's a concerted effort to pay off, silence, eliminate whatever the fuck, all of this issue with in his immediate circle. We've talked to 2 people and shown on stream a lot more. Several other individuals who have not been evidenced as a part of this, but who are now being implicated as part of it directly. Like you're saying you've evidenced it. You could say, like, I don't know, this seems weird. It seems suspicious, but I'm open to other, like, whatever. This is, no, you're taking things that are secondhand, third-hand information, and then just like, yeah, that's a fact that literally happened. That it's the crux, it's the justification for the entire video. It's fucking
Evidence
bonkers.
of legal proceedings being pursued, and she has seemingly ceased communications with the people she was previously working with, instead posting on X about taking the LSAT in pursuit of law school. It appears as though her attempt to extort Destiny has probably paid off, albeit at the expense.
Why do you think that's the case? Why do you think that's the case? Why are you saying she's an extortionist? You're accusing, extortion is a crime. Extortion is a crime. Extortion is a crime. So we accused the victim here, the one victim, of being an extortionist. Was this all was this rape review all along? Was I deceived? What in the fuck?
At the expense of every other person Destiny has victimized in the past and will victimize in the future. And so we can see the circuit completing itself. Destiny seeks off, albeit at the expense of every other person Destiny has victimized in her attempt to extort Destiny has probably paid off, albeit at the expense of every other person Destiny has victimized in the past and will victimize in the future. And so we can see the circuit completing itself.
Damn. God. Damn. He said that whore got paid. Am I not allowed to do that? Holy shit. Wow. Okay, so hey, Pixie, I don't know if you know this, but if Destiny ever does anything bad again, it's your fault, actually. Because you certainly took a payment from him. I know that you took a payment from him because you tweeted about taking the LSAT at some point. Your Twitter post about you're going to take the LSAT at some point was a smoking gun that you got paid off by Destiny. And we're going to say that we're going to say she successfully extorted him. Not only is he saying this is extortion, you can cite that, it's a law. Go look it up. It's a law. Extortion's a crime. Go look up extortion. You said that she committed a crime and took a payout to cover up crimes, which no one else would have ever known about because, I don't know, I guess no one else, Straighterade doesn't drop DMs to anyone, just anybody. What the fuck? This is ass. This is fucking awful. This is crazy. This might be actionable to some degree. I don't know. I will tell you this right now. If I was any of the other people that, when you said DGG is working to they're conspiring to cover up these issues, and I have evidence of that, and your picture appeared on screen, I would talk to a lawyer. I would legitimately talk to a lawyer. Call Pisco. Pisco, you fucking autistic caps lock typing fuck. What? Aren't you actually in this area, this region of law? I want to know. Where's Lecture Fan at, right? He's a corporate lawyer. This is fucking fire. I don't think it'll actually go anywhere. I don't know what the hell you're going to sue him for. A collection of ugly cardigans and AI art, I suppose. But God diggity fucking damn it, that's crazy. That is wild. I thought it was going to be good. People were talking about this like it was good.
Destiny seeks out vulnerable women in his community who are enamored by his fame and success. He engages them intimately and records the interactions. Then he hoards these recordings.
You have not proven that. You have not proven that. You have not proven that statement. You are giving a full... You have not proven that in this. His proof for he records women that he lures in is that he once messaged somebody and said that he had a Grindr hookup and recorded just the audio of it, which also just infers that the one time you have it on is that he said he recorded just the audio. Melina would have to go to court and testify 100% or show specifically that she was recorded illegally, right? That's it. We're beyond that. We don't know that. We know that people said it, but you're like on a next level, and you're linking distant, separate facts together as though they are congruous all the way through. Like, dude, Diorio is gonna fucking John Wick you again. Diorio is gonna fucking slip right out of this, dude. Jesus Christ, Rape Review is gonna fucking walk scot-free out of this fucking controversy.
And he shares them with reckless abandon, even occasionally threatening their release if the people in them do something to displease him.
No. They not to do something to displease him. He said he would do specifically, he would release nudes if other people released nudes of him. He would react appropriately, Jesus Christ. Proportionately. He would react proportionately by doing the same thing back to them that they would do to him. Not because they displeased him. You're lying. I don't even think he said that. I'm pretty sure you're lying. That's a lie. You lied.
Even occasionally threatening their release if the people in them do something to displease him.
When you say do something to displease him, you're inferring that anything they do to displease him, he'll do it. He never said that in your video where you provided the evidence. Relink me if I'm completely crazy. What I saw was him saying, if someone else releases my nudes first, I have their nudes as well, and I'll release them. If this person releases information about me, I will react to them and respond in kind by doing the exact same thing back to them. Like, that's what he said. You're adding stuff. You're libeling him. You're lying. You're libeling him. You're using a victim to libel. You libeled him. This is libel. This is actually what it is. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. This is insanity.
And when finally, the obvious result of recklessly sharing these intimate images with strangers occurs and they are publicly exposed for all to see to the detriment of these people's reputations, mental health, and safety, he is able to buy off his victims and use their purchased silence as moral ammunition to shut down.
You haven't proven that. You said victims. Who else was it? Did I skip past that? If it's been a minute since I've been started watching this. We don't even have proof that Pixie was paid off. Hold on. It's like literally x.com. I think I actually have this bookmarked. No, unfortunately I don't. Pixie media. No. Top. PXIE, right? PXIE, Destiny. I know one of you guys probably sent this to me earlier. It's probably Pixie is vowed to sue Destiny 3 hours ago. So what is today? January 20th. Yeah. So like literally just today. Kiwi Farms reshared it. Anything crazy up here? Okay. On November 29th, the streamer Destiny non-consensually shared my nudes, making me a victim of revenge porn. I will be suing him in federal court. Here is my story. That was today at 11:44 a.m. So, caught, dead, lying, literally. He is accusing Pixie of taking a fucking, like literally taking extortion, and that was his only proof that I saw for that. So victims infers multiple. He didn't prove any of this.
To buy off post for all to see to the detriment of these people's reputations, mental health, and safety, he is able to buy off his victims and use their purchased silence as moral ammunition to shut down anyone who would try to hold him.
She's not silent. You lied. Literally, President Sunday lies in this video. President Sunday libels Destiny in the moment where he should be destroying him. You didn't prove that. Your assumption that she was extorted is literally wrong. She just announced she's suing him. So you didn't do any research. He didn't look it up. Whoops. Beckett, you better fucking you probably need to delete yours, Beckett. Holy fuck. Oh my God. Dude, this is going to be a fucking fire show. This is going to be fucking insane. You're literally lying. Raw. You didn't evidence any of that. You just took a fucking straighter aid message and just ran with it. She didn't extort him. He didn't pay her anything, so now she's suing him. What the fuck? What the fuck?
hold him accountable for what is clearly grossly unethical conduct. Destiny and the web he has created around himself is creating victims.
What web? You've shown 2 strands. He might just be a silkworm, as far as I know. Oh, it's a vast-ranging conspiracy of people being paid off. Half the fucking evidence portrayed on screen in this is just random clips that are attached to fucking nothing. Multiple people, because of those clips, are implicated, and no evidence is given as to their connection to anything. The evidence is shaky at best. Sometimes it doesn't even conform. His biggest accusation is just a leap of logic on his part that can literally be just broken apart by, okay, well, how? Are you going to evidence it? No. This is horrible. Dog pack. Beckett's going to say some shit about fucking dog packs. Ridiculous. This is dog pack. Beckett, did you help him with this? Who assisted with the research here? What in the fuck is this? I'm out of my, I have to be wrong. I have to be wrong, and I fucked this up. I have to be wrong, and I fucking missed everything, because there's no way. There's no way. It's like, what's up, Destiny? What are you gonna do today? Like, oh, I thought I was gonna get in trouble, but I got a gigantic out. You know what's gonna happen later this week? Ethan Klein's gonna drop a goddamn fucking Hassan fucking nuke, knock this whole thing out of the fucking water, and Destiny's gonna be fine, by the way. And all that happened is Pixie got to be called a fucking extortionist prostitute, basically, and that's it. That's it. What in the fuck? I thought this was going to be good.
Continue, it will create more. I urge everyone to pay attention and to warn people about the danger they are putting themselves into by engaging with Destiny and his community. These are people who have been handpicked for their willingness to not just remain passive in the wake of intimate and potentially life-ruining abuse, but to also become accomplices in silencing the victim.
Prove it. Unproven. Unproven.
And the victims are also selected, either for mental illness, allowing them to be easily construed as hysterical or deceptive when they complain about their treatment, or for financial vulnerability, allowing them to be easily paid off by Destiny for their silence. Thanks to...
Who got easily paid off? When did that happen? Who is easily paid off for their silence? What do they know? Do you know that they know something? Do you know that the payoff included a clause that said they couldn't talk about something? Did you know that you can't do that? You can't make somebody sign an NDA to cover up a crime? This is a hallucination.
Thanks to certain individuals revealing to me the extent to which people are knowingly allowing or even actively taking part in the system of abuse and cover-up, I have realized that by withholding what I know of the situation, I am playing directly into Destiny's game. Someone needs to break the chain, or people are going to continue to be hurt.
I don't think it's you, man. Brother, what the fuck? What, dude? My man has slipped into the fucking psychosis. Maybe it'll work. I don't know. You never know. Sometimes commentary shit goes over crazy, but this is fucking bonkers. I'm going to tell you right now, Beckett, you're on the fucking hook for this. I'm calling out Beckett of Krabs, Cope and Seath. You're on the fucking hook for the evidence in this. 100%. I was watching your video earlier and I gave you a half an out because I hadn't seen everything else. I'm going to be watching your shit as well, but Beckett, you are directly on the fucking hook for the evidence in this video. I'm literally calling you out yet again. I don't know why you keep coming up every goddamn episode. I like you, but fuck. Op block, everybody else. I want to hear this through. I need to see what I don't see in this and where the fucking evidence is and where this was a video that actually states facts and backs them up. I need to see that. This is the shakiest shit I have ever seen in my life. And it's a 10 toes down. You know what I mean? Like, you can talk shit and be like, I don't know, it's fucking weird over there. Like, I think this is what you're doing. That's my assumption. This is a statement of fact. This is a raw allegation of criminal activity, of criminal conspiracy, of extortion, of sex abuse, with next to no evidence that implicates people who are just in the sphere. He's just literally said, like, Pisco, it's you, Loner Box. Loanerbox, it covers up sex crimes, is what this video is literally alleging. This is the Drunkpack404 of Destiny takedown. What in, how the fuck? He's not even it's not even John Wick. You just keep missing. This is going to be crazy. What in the fuck? What in the fuck? Wait, what happened? President Sunday put out a fucking Destiny takedown video that has next to no evidence in it. Next to none, and makes wild claims that are not connected, in my opinion. I was giving it the benefit of the doubt. Unironically, you can say, "Oh, Tyler, you hate it." Here's my issues. Repeatedly, there are people that are shown on screen while invective language suggesting a cover-up of people in Destiny's immediate sphere. These people are shown on screen while those accusations are levied, and then there is no proof that they are part of the accusation. However, Destiny's web, so to say, is brought up again and again and again. So we are directly implicating and accusing random individuals. I think Pisco is there. Now I can't fucking remember anybody else that's fucking in his Dan Saltman, Erudite, obviously, are in it. They are guilty of knowingly and intentionally covering up sex crimes. Destiny has apparently actively records, according to these statements, actively records every sexual encounter he has without the consent of other people. We have not proven that he has paid off Pixie for her silence, which is evidentially not true, because she just said she's going to launch a lawsuit, but he just said that 10 toes down. All of it seems to be based off of text messages gotten from someone named Straighteraid, who I sort of vaguely know who they are in the scene. And then the interpretation that Straighteraid has playing a game of telephone with fucking Pixie, describing in her opinion what Pixie was saying to her, which is not confirmed again because Pixie stopped talking to fucking Sunday and the rest of them. So he couldn't confirm anything from her and just made guesses as to that. He accused the victim of extortion because she wanted recompense. She wanted compensation from the harm done to her. So he doesn't even understand how fucking civil liability works. She said, "This is a problem with me. I want to be compensated," right? If she doesn't have knowledge of another crime, there is literally no reason for her to say a thing. So you're also saying that Pixie has direct knowledge of, evidentiary, firsthand knowledge of, and witness knowledge of a crime that Destiny has committed. She has seen it with her own fucking eyes. She knows it happened. It's not just a crime that happened to her that she can wave away, because there are some crimes that can happen to you and you say, "Do you want to press charges?" I don't. If you don't press charges, the crime didn't technically happen until you say it did. She was aware of crimes that happened to other people, that Destiny was doing all of this stuff, and she had some sort of evidentiary witness knowledge of it and was paid to suppress that knowledge by Destiny. All of this, no evidence presented. None to these claims. None. There's evidence, nothing valuable. The evidence that she successfully extorted Destiny, which is also, she successfully extorted him, but also she was paid for her silence, was that she said she wants to go to law school. I guess I'm going to take the LSAT and go to law school in a tweet, and that was a smoking gun. That was, she's taking the payout. This is the wildest day of my life. This is crazy. Are all of my enemies gonna fucking go away this day? Motherfucker. This is fucking madness. Nick DiOrio is currently shitting on Sunday. Obviously. This is, dude, Sunday fucking embarrassing. He could legitimately, without reservation, I say this, he could legitimately and probably should, it would be the best business decision I could think of, be sued by, for sure, Dan Saltman. He accused Dan Saltman of covering up a felony, of felony conspiracy and felony cover-ups. Felony concealment of a crime at the federal level. He accused Dan Saltman, who, yeah, sorry, I guess this is why Dan Saltman owns a company called Redact, right? Which you can take down your old social media messages. So he has a legitimate impetus, like to be above board and why you would get rid of that. He has accused Dan Saltman of felony concealment of sex crimes and conspiracy to facilitate the commission of sex crimes based on the fucking hearsay evidence of some bitch on the internet. Some chick named fucking Straighterade. Just why? God, she talked to the other person, and they weren't even in the same room. That other person told about I talked to Dan, and then she just is repeating that, not on a witness stand, just hearsay, literal hearsay. Dan Saltman committed fucking felony conspiracy to conceal a crime and like conspiracy to commit one. Like, what the fuck is happening? Oh, Sunday edited down his call with Nick. I posted his new upload in live chat. What in the fuck, man? Dude, this is crazy. Dude, if I was Diorio, I'd be pissed. Diorio's over here trying to sweep it, and somebody just showed up and threw like 15 fucking brooms at him. You're like, hey, could you take this shot back, Mr. Sweeper? Let's see what you can do. Okay. Sunday DMs and live notices. Okay, I'll read this. I'm on a. This is fucking bonkers. I know we've been going forever. This is the biggest day. This is the craziest day. Open link. Open link. Does that work? Okay. And then so he was in open link. He was in Diorio's, I guess. Was Sunday was in Diorio's community, I guess, sharing Diorio and his DMs. What the fuck? You're all getting the full 2 convos. I'm gonna do you all a solid. What in the fuck is this? Okay, so spicy chat, 15 minutes. I'm gonna do you all solid. You're all getting the full 2 convos, and he dropped both of these, I guess, with Diorio. Can I? Oh man, that's too. I can't fucking read that. Do you have this? Copy image, maybe? Can I do one of these? How the fuck? Is it this? Open link? No, God, dude. I fucking hate trying to open these goddamn screenshots. There we go. Well, this has been something. Today at 3:30. Oh my God. So this is after. This is going to be him talking to him after. This is him talking to Nick Diorio after he dropped this video, and after fucking and after Pixie has already said that she is still suing. So I'm going to assume that she did not pretty successfully assume that, because there's no evidence to the contrary, she did not successfully extort Destiny for money. I'm floating on the idea of playing a clip from our call tonight. How would you feel about that? My immediate thought is how suspiciously generous of you to ask how I feel, like I have a right to refuse. Almost makes me think you're warming to me or something. What clip and to what purpose? I just think we'd be even. Oh, dude, Jesus fucking. Am I gonna fucking watch a Diorio stream on? This is insanity. I think it would be fair to play about 5 to 7 minutes after, and not including you read the redacted Pixie DM. I want people to know I was misleading. I want to know people I was misled about you caring about her well-being. What makes you think you were misled? Well, first off, the end of your fucking video is you calling her basically a fucking literal prostitute, an extortionist who will like permit other women to be assaulted because she got her bag. You fucking animal. You victim blamed her. You said she was too fucking stupid to come out. Pixie's too fucking dumb to come out and talk about this shit, and she just wants money. You called her a greedy prostitute, like almost fucking verbatim. What the fuck? You went on a Joker rant saying, imagine if I was a psycho and dropped this anyway, and then you literally did that. He's the rape review guy, and he's a bit of a piece of shit, but gotta give Diorio's fucking funny. God damn it. That's not true, though. You see, I drew you as the low call. I'm sorry. When you offered to call, I was actually preparing to reveal the not-so-erudite conversation to you because I was under the impression that only I had been shown it. That conversation, the revelation that this material had been spread far more widely than I had been informed, conversations that took place afterward, and the revised account of who was doing what in the background with respect to seeking recourse for Pixie when I confronted people in light of those conversations altered how I understood the situation. So I had no idea. I was wrong. He said I was wrong. The topic was about her killing herself. Nothing that was added would have affected that. That's not true, actually. I reviewed the history and in light of new information judged that that was not an imminent concern. As a guy, as an alcoholic in Canada, as a Canadian alcoholic, I investigated the possible suicide and decided, nah. This is from Straight... You know why? Because he said this before. Because Straighterade said it wasn't a big deal. Remember? Straighterade said it wasn't a big deal? The one person he got all the information from, the one person whose two fucking messages with him contain the entirety of his fucking allegation, Straighterade, remember? She said that it wasn't a big deal. Am I crazy? Am I not remembering that? Oh my God. I learned, for example, that one, Pixie was looking to get $1 million from the beginning and was being assisted by others to apply pressure to get it. Okay. Good for her. I don't care. 2, I was misled about the degrees of separation. I was under the impression that I was talking to Straighterade to help her help Pixie. Having talked to Steven and nudged him to offer financial compensation was a shock and radically changed my perception of the dynamic because she's his only source. This stupid alcoholic fucking moron. I know you're watching. You fucking idiot. You played... I don't know if you know this, but you played yourself, bitch. He had one source, and he was his little fucking, oh God, I've got him. Oh, I've got him. Oh, I've got him. He was so fucking excited. He was busted all down his fucking leg. He became the lolcow. He was so fucking excited, he didn't vet his source. He ran a one source takedown on a sex crime allegation. Bro, it's over. It's actually over. I can't believe he's admitting this. He actually is that stupid. He doesn't know what he's talking. He's actually this dumb. This is Dogpack. This is Dogpack shit. He ran a one source story. Beckett, are you out there? DM me. I'm gonna have to take a break, and I might get back on. We're not done with this by a fucking site. This has gone crazy. Because even I was misled. I had other people repeating the Destiny allegations that now I know everybody is getting from fucking Sunday. This is fucking insane. I'm gonna have to talk to all y'all because who the are you out of your fucking mind? Are you out of your fucking mind? Are you at? Well, I don't know. I made an entire edited video filled with placeholder videos and accused victim of extortion. and called Destiny, I believe, a serial sexual abuser, a serial sex abuser, off of a single fucking source. One single source, and the other source. There's two. It was Straighterade and a bottle of Doers. Oh, hello, Jim. What do you think that Destiny did? I don't know, Sunday, but I bet it was bad. I bet it was bad. I bet it was. My man interrogated a fucking bottle of fucking Shine for this story. Holy fuck. I cannot believe he said that. It's just like, that's how dumb he is. He doesn't even know what he admitted. Oh my God. Recall, Straighterade explicitly says she did not consider Pixie's condition as even meriting a wellness check. Yeah, I know. That this was not being treated as an imminent danger, but overwhelmingly as a bargaining chip. What do you mean? who is Straighter Aid? Like, who is Straighter Aid in this story? Who is she? Does she Pixie's best friend? Does she know, like, oh, God, no, I've known Pixie for fucking 20 years. Anybody that's like, I think it's bullshit, does not care if that person lives or dies, first and foremost. If you're a friend of someone, you do not treat their suicidal ideations as a bit of banta, a bit of the old banta. You take it fucking seriously because it's a serious fucking issue, right? Look, she doesn't want, she's talking about killing herself. I don't think she should talk to anybody, is what you actually respond. Not, no, she's full of shit. She wouldn't do it. So you're not friends. She's full of shit. She wouldn't do it. You're not friends. Okay. And you're taking it off one source. You don't know. He can't ask Pixie. He can't ask the person in the story because she won't talk to him because he probably did this shit. He's doing the fucking one party consent, stealing people's, literally recording people without their consent. If you, Beckett, I'm going to keep calling you out. I want, clip it and send it to him. Beckett, you better be coping and seething yourself right now. I'm not going to lie. The people that you've been talking to are a fucking massive detraction to who you are as a person. I'm pissed at you right now. I like you, man. You're a good guy. You can never talk to me again and hate me until you die. But between the dog fuckers and the guy that literally gets most of his sources from a bottle of Doors, you are going to fucking ruin your life. And anyone else that's dealing with this, what in the fuck? This is insane. This is fucking insane. Oh my God. Oh. Recall straighter and communicate. By the way, someone else has decided that this chick's not going to kill herself, even though she said she would, and there's no other evidence that she won't. So I am going to run a story where I say that she's trying to I'm going to say that this woman successfully extorted someone she's been accusing of abuse and of neglectful, litigious grade, neglectful conduct, right? Negligence in the fucking umph degree, sharing her fucking nudes. She said she wants to kill herself. I'm going to accuse her of extortion without any fucking evidence, literally be proven wrong before the clock strikes 12. Proven wrong once again, Sunday. And yeah, I'm gonna base all of that and say, like, I don't think she's gonna kill herself over that extra additional stress because fucking Straighter had said she's fine. Wow, what a guy. All I can think of is Beckett a few days ago saying, "Oh, you know, fucking Sunday, he's good people. Like, bro, he's gonna take you to hell." Oh my God. Which means, by the way, she wanted a lot of money, not a sum of money that Steven would be reluctant to pay, as would be the case if her goal was punishment. Am I making sense to you? Not, do you agree with me? Am I making sense? I'm given to understand Steven now claims De Laguna convinced Pixie to seek 1 million from him. I don't even know how you fucking understand this at all. Destiny just responded. Fuck. I gotta read that. Yeah, can I make a suggestion? Sorry, I'm reading that at the moment. Sure. Given that I have given you a clear statement explaining my reasoning and that my opinion changed. No, you can't. There's no opinion. You didn't have an opinion. You fucking stated as fact that these things happened in a video. It's on. I watched it. I watched it all the way through. It would be a mistake to try and cast me as simply being callous when everyone in your circle has either actively disparaged the victims or kept silent when you all knew to a certainty that Destiny had leaked pornographic footage of unwell, vulnerable people he had power and influence over. He did not do that, though. He did not leak footage of vulnerable, unwell people that he had influence over. He gave it to somebody to show that he gave pornos with some of those people in it to someone who then leaked it. Destiny would have never intentionally, I believe, hopefully, given it to anyone. I'm not going to make that statement. That's a crazy statement to make. I have no evidence for it. So the entire Destiny leaked revenge porn is a lie. Perpetrated by Sunday until I see other fucking evidence from, and I'm not going to take any more Sunday Orbiter evidence on this. That's just Sunday literally purposefully misinterpreting what happened. That's why I was saying it earlier. I was like, leak sounds crazy. Sure, sorta, kinda, but really it was this. The leak is from the other person. So like, why are we saying it like that? Why is that what we're leading with? And then I watched the fucking Sunday video, and it's fucking from him. It's his interpretation of the situation, because he's trying to actively paint him as a sexual predator without a sufficient amount of evidence. So he's using as much negative language as possible in order to bypass people's reason and just have them react to the fucking craziness of the statement. Holy fuck. Sunday must convert to what if autism. Jesus Christ. Hold on. Did my opinion change? Destiny had, okay, influence without their consent. I would just stick to the facts. If you disagree with my judgment, that's fine, but I made a judgment. To accuse me of misleading you would be deceptive. No. You misled. You stated facts that were not true. You stated facts that were not true and made a conclusion based on that and willingly, probably, you have to have known, because you're either the academic you pretend to be or you're not. So you're either a charlatan at best, or at worst, you're actively libeling and trying to mislead the rest of your little commentary friends into lying about a guy that you don't like. That's not a judgment. I mean, it is, but it's a judgment in the legal sense, as in like you that's an allegation. You made a raw fucking allegation, declarative sentences, statements against a guy with no evidence, or such a fucking thin amount of evidence that I don't think it would stand up anywhere that I can imagine. And I don't think you probably, I hope to God you haven't damaged the case. I hope to God you haven't. You can read all this out directly if you like. In fact, I encourage you. I am not saying anything else about this going forward. I've done everything I think I can do. Well, Mr. Sunday. He's a pinball wizard. Okay. Woo. Yeah, you really don't this is the other thing. Remember all those complaints I was making about Diorio and Chud Logic and stuff? And I was like, yeah, the way that they talk about this stuff is not great. All that's out the window now. Out the window now, because when it came down time for somebody to make an accusation, they were wrong. They lied. They were wrong and they lied. And them trying to say, oh, no. You guys, you can't call me fucking unconcerned with the condition of the individual at hand. You can't say bad things. Oh, no. You guys have been mean about victims before. It goes out because you just called the victim, you just said the victim was only interested in extorting a guy and not trying to help other victims because you literally just don't even understand how the fucking civil process works. Insanity. This should be a career ender. Hopefully it is. Sunday's pretty much on his last leg. I think he's off most stuff. I think, like, legitimately, this should be a fucking ender. This should be a no holds barred. Raw ender. People that are, if I had my name on this project, if I had my fucking name on this project, I would be worried about litigation potential. It might not be horrible, but Destiny has already been saying, yeah, I'm really fucking sick of these people, spread lies about me, blah, 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 blah. Like, why? How the fuck did you manage to pick the one lie that he might fucking actually be able to get you on? You could say fucking anything about him, but you just can't stand 10 toes down and then lie observably in a video. Like, you just at least laugh a little bit. It's fucking Destiny. Fuck him. Yeah, he's a dickhead. Fucking chuckle fuck, whatever the fuck. No, you just sit there and fucking lied about him. You just lied. You lied about him and you lied about everybody that's around him. A bunch of whom are rich or lawyers. Like, you deserve to get turned inside out over this. What the fuck? What in the fuck? The internet doesn't really appear to either. I appreciate you shedding some light on some new epiphanies you've had, but from where this is Diorio talking shit by using big words. I appreciate that. You've lied to me constantly for the last 5 days. You used me to get more eyes on the story. If you'd like me to read the messages after I play for a few minutes of the call, I'm happy to. It's significantly more charitable spot you left me when I was forced to scramble and explain why I was in your video. My own friends thought we agreed the conversation was on the record at the time of recording or off the record. We agreed the conversation was on the record at the time of recording, and I had to explain to them it wasn't. Okay. He said that Tom and all of them thought whatever the fuck that Diorio went on the record about this and he didn't, which is duplicitous. This is bad. You fired from any newspaper would fire you for this. Like in the first couple minutes. The Diorio thing is a step too far. I've already said the single party consent calls is bad. It's always bad. Don't do it unless you fucking are going to get something that's like crazy good. You're being duplicitous. If you are duplicitous in your attempts to gather information, it poisons the information that you gather. And if it becomes one of the things that's like the crux evidentiary points that like everybody above you needs, and then it's destroyed because of how you got it, then you can permanently damage people's cases in the future. You actually can do that. Simulate charitable, blah, blah, blah. No idea what any of that means. Best to you. Oh, you're a cunt, dude. Oh, I hope they kill. I hope they fucking eat you alive. I hope they annihilate you. Dude, good luck, Queeman. Good luck, Queeman out there. Disavow. Jesus. Well, Mr. Sunday, I don't really have an issue with my conduct or any of my friends' conducts thus far. The internet, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's just doubled up. It repeated. That's a bonkers back and forth. He was sharing that to, I guess, Chud's people. Why? I don't know what the hell he thought that was going to do. Yeah, Diorio's completely in the fucking right here. Diorio's unironically, you've been called to give false testimony essentially, and taken out cut. The second I heard cuts in that, I was like, "What in the fuck is this? What is this shit?" That's crazy. This is from the guy. Oh, this demon Baba thing. Remember he's trying to do it? Now, you guys remember? I was like, oh, it's the Groomer Defense League. This guy he's friends with Demon Baba and the other fucking freaks, and he doesn't want me to fucking call this shit out or make him embarrassed. So he's trying to get one up on me. You remember the all these are all league questions. All these are all that shit. I was like, he doesn't know anything about journalism. And I think I said even at the time, like, I would actually be pretty concerned if he tries to engage in anything like this, because if he doesn't know any like these fundamental basics, he's gonna fuck up real bad, right? Because like the erudite thing where he went undercover to try to get somebody's credentials or some shit, in certain aspects that can be illegal. It is fraudulent. It's fraudulent misrepresentation of your identity in order to access information. That's a crime in certain aspects. It's definitely civilly liable depending on what the fuck happens. It's a thing. You shouldn't do it. Don't do it. I'm telling you, don't do it. Don't fucking do it. And it's like, you think that was bad? Get a load of me. Yeah, fuck. Oh my God. We tried to warn Nick that Sunday was bad news. He didn't listen. LMAO. He continues to be a terrible judge of character. Dude, yeah. Another notch in the fucking Diorio. I'll tell you what. I'm the only person that you can trust on the internet. You know when I stab you, I'm gonna stab you right in the front. I don't need to talk to you in DMs. If you ever want to fucking have a te-a-te and we can make fun of each other or some shit like that, call me up. We'll talk I don't DM. I don't do secret squirrel combos. I don't do that shit. I'm the one guy that you can trust. I don't like you that much, but I think you're pretty funny. And I like calling you fat on the internet. There you go. I'm the only person. I'm the only one you can trust, Diorio. It's just you and me. Watch it. I think he just wants to become friends with the guy. Oh my God. Sunday. Hope you enjoyed your time on